Hello there, and welcome one and all to Marvel Sports Games Season 6, hosted by the Greenies. I'm the Emperor. The Greenies, perennial frontrunners these past few seasons in the Marvel Sports Games, would have just missed out on our qualification with their 4th place finish back in Season 5. But here they are, hosting the 6th edition. How fitting for the Greenies given their history. And there you can see the Blue Moons fans, defending champions, the Blue Moons, currently doing a stellar job representing the competition in the Marble Invites, and we have an absolute thriller of an opening event here to kick the season off. The Greeny Tower, we saw it in the qualifiers, a make-or-break Tack Track section at the end, after the obstacle maze, after the chute and the gravitrax, and this is going to be a thrilling competition here of no debutantes. For the first time in Marvel Sports Games history, every team that has qualified this season has qualified before. We have no newcomers. As you can see, the individual runners, 16 teams, of course, familiar with the scoring. 25 points for a gold medal, 20 for a silver, 15 for a bronze, and then 12 on down for our remaining 13 competitors. So we get ready. A 4-heat system, just like in the qualifiers, except now advancement will be occurring, of course. You want to finish in the top 2 of your heat. Doesn't matter how fast you do it, unless you don't advance, in which case you're fighting for points. And we've got the Greenies, the Bronze Tigers, the Thunder Gods, and the Purple Rockets here in our first heat, and away we go, and the Greenies shoot out of the gate first. They're flying about. We have a DNF. The Purple Rockets are flown off the track. The Greenies leading the way comfortably over the Bronze Tigers. Former hosts getting trailed by the current host, but the Thunder Gods have taken the second place transfer spot from the Bronze Tigers, and they will advance. Purple Rockets veered off early. They went blasting off into the edge of the gravitrax section. We noticed the Shrub competing for the Greenies, a new member of the team. The Greenies had a complete roster overhaul in the offseason. Shrub putting the work in early, it looks like, and they will advance along with Zeus. Turner and Orbit will go no further. So get ready for Heat 2 with the Golden Lynxes, the Blue Moons, the Silver Dollars, and the Balls of Fire. How will the Blue Moons title defense kick off? Oh, it's going to be pretty terribly. They're stuck. Oh my gosh, not what they want to see. The Golden Lynxes dueling Silver Dollars neck and neck. The Silver Dollars taking Golden Lynxes, Balls of Fire out of nowhere. Oh, and I can't tell who got second. The Silver Dollars held on for the victory in the heat. As the Blue Moons get stuck, and that's a pretty early DNF. I would find it hard-pressed to imagine someone gets stopped before that, meaning the Blue Moons will probably take dead last. But look at this fight. Silver Dollars. Here come the Golden Lynxes. Balls of Fire to the far side. The Silver Dollars hold it. Who gets second? I think the Golden Lynxes. Oh, just barely. 0.04 of a second. All the difference. And they'll advance over the Balls of Fire. Balls of Fire, of course, had a less than stellar showing last time out in Season 5, but they're looking for redemption here. Valiant Vanilla's Marvelous Mints, Rainbows in the Galactic Empire. Galactic almost gets caught up where the Blue Moons did, but everybody is through the chute. Who gets the best entry? It's currently the Valiant Vanillas leading the way. The Rainbows in second. Back and forth, a switchback maneuver from the Marvelous Mints to put him in a second, and what a jump by the Rainbows at the line! And it's another finish that comes down just to the end. I think the Rainbows got past the Marvelous Mints. Timing and scoring, they did by 1/100th of a second. Rainy, the 2 reserves. Besting Peppermint and the captain of the Galactic Empire. One of the most well-seasoned marbles in the competition. Cosmo can't get it done. And the Marvelous Mints at the line there. Ah! We're going to have to see another replay of that at some point. That was crazy. 4th heat now. Team Eagle, the Berry Brilliance, the Moonlight Titans, and the Frozen Felines. Everyone makes it through the Gravitrax section. Team Eagle gets pinballed at the entry into the chute, though, and then takes a terrible exit into the obstacle maze. The Moonlight Titans, I believe, in second right now, trying to gain on Raz of the Berry Brilliance. Not going to happen, but they will both advance comfortably. Team Eagle and the Frozen Felines did not put it together in the second half. And Zerad just kind of handled this race all the way. The Berry Brilliants, used to dominating, of course. They look no further than their most recent competition, where they won 8 medals, 6 of which were gold, in just 10 events to win the funnel tournament. There you can see the times. Balls of Fire with like 7, Bronze Tigers 6, all the way down to Crater of the Blue Moons, dead last in their title defense. Not a fantastic start, but it's only one event. There's a lot of history left to be written here. Greeny's, Golden Lynx's, Valiant Vanillas, and the Moonlight Titans in the first semi-final. Top 2 go to the final, and the Valiant Vanillas get caught up there. Where are the Greenies? I don't see Shrub. I only see 3 through. I think the Greenies have gotten stuck, and the Golden Lynxes have gotten stuck. They get dislodged by the Valiant Vanillas. Can the Vanillas make up the ground that they took to dislodge them? And it's not going to happen. So they will not advance, and the Greenies nowhere to be seen. Perhaps they took an early vacation? But you can see, getting caught up on that blue pin were the Golden Lynxes, but still able to advance due to a little help from the Valiant Vanillas. Not a team event, but some teamwork being showed there. Celine and Leopard moving on. Shrub did DNF, so that early success from round 1 might have got to their head a little bit. Thunder Gods, Silver Dollars, Rainbows, and the Berry Brilliants. Silver Dollars, wide arc across the Gravitrack, slaloming back and forth. They make it up through the chute. It's going to take a mammoth effort to move on, though, and it looks like they're up to 3rd. Rainbows running away with the Thunder Gods sitting 2nd. Here come the Berry Brilliants, and they're going to steal the spot. Rainy pretty much untouched. The Berry Brilliants had to deal with the Thunder Gods battling for 2nd, but they were not able to catch up, and that's unfortunate for them. Really not much else to say there. Time 13:08, 15:79, 2.5 seconds back with the Berry Brilliants. As you can see, the score is 5th to 8th. Silver Dollars will take 5th, Thunder Gods 6th, the Valiant Vanillas and Greenies. 2 rivals going at it in 7th and 8th. We'll have to see if that rivalry renews once again this season. So we head for the final. First goal of the season on the line. Celine, Raz, Leopard, and Rainy. Who's going to win it all? It's a slow start for the Rainbows, but they get a little nudge there. The Golden Lynxes fall to last, and it's the Moonlight Titans and Berry Brilliants duking it back and forth. Crisscross from the Berry Brilliants. Here come the Moonlight Titans. They get the lead. Moonlight Titans, can they hold it? They will. Gold for the Moonlight Titans in the Greeny Tower. Berry Brilliants come in 2nd. The Rainbows Reserve comes in 3rd. And what a final pass. Look at this move from the Moonlight Titans. They pass them and they take the straightaway, while the Berry Brilliants pinball around that section, and that cost them valuable time. Moonlight Titans will win gold. Golden Lynxes a solid 12 points. Leopard, but it is Celine who brings home the trophy from event 1. That was a fun one. We've seen it before as a season ender. We saw it in event 4 back in Season 4, and now the opening rounds, you can see all the times throughout. Slowest of the day belonging to the Frozen Felines in 1892. But, of course, DNFs are a little bit below that. But no matter, Moonlight Titans stand atop the podium in their return. They missed last season. Season 4 they were back in it, and they finished just off the podium in that. Berry Brilliants, of course, no strangers to the podium, and the Rainbows are defending runner-ups, sit in a different podium spot after one event. Of course, the standings will reflect the event results, as that's all I've got so far. The Greenies are hosts sitting 8th. The Blue Moon's gonna have to pick it up. Right behind the Purple Rockets, Frozen Felines, Galactic Empire, and Team Eagle in their return for the first time since Season 2. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for Event 2, the Obstacle Maze. Absolute classic event greets our competitors for the 2nd round of Marvel Sports Games Season 6, The Obstacle Maze. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The Moonlight Titans, our current championship leaders, 25 points, 5 clear of the Berry Brilliants. It's the first time they've been in 2nd place in quite a while. While hosts the Greenies sit down in 8th, and the obstacle maze, about half of the Greeny Tower track, it's just a little bit shortened. And the Golden Lynxes, Valiant Vanillas, Silver Dollars, and Rainbows ready to go here in this classic event. And the Silver Dollars take an early lead. The Valiant Vanillas and Rainbows duking back and forth. The Rainbows have the lead now. Rainbows finished 3rd last event, and the Valiant Vanillas will sneak by and take the transfer position, as we've got a finish line cam set up here to give us a different angle, so you can see how close that was at the end, the battle for 2nd place. Rainbow's getting the job done, though. Eclipse, Raven, Thor, and Spearmint here in heat number 2. The Blue Moons, Eclipse looking to get their season back on track. The Thunder Gods have the lead. Blue Moons sit in 2nd. Here they come, fighting with the Marvelous Mints, and the Mints have passed them and will advance. It's not a DNF, though, so that is, by definition, progress. Spearmint joining Thor. The Thunder Gods, I believe, have done rather well in this event before, medaling back in Season 3? Solid showing from Thor. Blast, Firestar, Astron, and Green. With the lack of the Dodgers qualifying, the Galactic Empire undoubtedly the best team at this event throughout the Marvel Sports Games history, but they sit in last. They're going to have to make up some ground. The Purple Rockets hold the lead, and there they go! Well, it helped them out a little bit because the Greenies and Balls of Fire got a little too cozy on the far side, and they're going to stop each other from finishing. Galactic had passed them by that point, but now both of them will DNF. And that'll most likely be a 1 and a 0. The Balls of Fire just barely ahead of the Greenies. 2 arch rivals sitting in the same slot, the Frozen Felines and the Bronze Tigers. And in the other side, the top 2 in the championship. The Moonlight Titans, who lead the way, over the Berry Brilliance in 2nd, and the 2 of them trading the lead back and forth again. Oh, we could watch the 2 of them race all day, and they will be running to the finals. Raspberry and Rhea this time, as perhaps the Bronze Tigers and Frozen Felines a little bit too in each other's heads there. So you can see the scores getting ready. 9th to 16th. There we go. Tiggy and Yellow, they're taking 9th and 10th. And then the Golden Lynxes in 11th. It's a feline bonanza there at the bottom of the standings. So you ready for the semifinals? Rainbows, Marvelous Mints, Purple Rockets, and the Moonlight Titans. Purple Rockets hold the lead. The Moonlight Titans call it back. They're the Marvelous Mints. Purple Rockets blow for a little bit there, and it's not going to be enough. I don't know what word I just said there, but it wasn't in the English dictionary. But either way, Purple Rockets are not going to find themselves in the finals, nor are the Rainbows. The Moonlight Titans looking for a shot to go back-to-back to start the season, and they're joined by the Marvelous Mints in the final. Valiant Vanillas, Thunder Gods, Galactic Empire, and the Berry Brilliance. Berry Brilliance sitting 2nd. What can they do? A wide shot from Raspberry there. Look at them. They're crisscrossing for the lead. They've got it. Galactic and Thunder Gods fighting for 2nd, and the Thunder Gods will take it. In fact, with that weird sidestep move at the end, the Valiant Vanillas will take 3rd. But it is the Berry Brilliance winning the round, also going to the final. So 2 of our top 4 will be the same across 2 events. Valiant Vanillas in 5th, Galactic in 6th, then the Purple Rockets and the Rainbows. But we are ready for the final. Marvelous Mints, Thunder Gods, Moonlight Titans, Berry Brilliance. Who wins it all here in the obstacle maze? It's the Berry Brilliance leading the way over the Marvelous Mints, who get caught up. The Moonlight Titans are not going to do it. The Berry Brilliance have gone 2 medals in a row to start the season. And it's starting to look a little bit like the funnel tournament. Well, the Moonlight Titans did pass the Marvelous Mints for the bronze medal there. So they will also go 2 medals to start the season. Raspberry leading the way over Thor and Rhea. On all the way in dead last, the captain of the Greenies. Not great for our home crowd team. It is superb though for the Berry Brilliance and the Thunder Gods and the Moonlight Titans. Congratulations on the 2nd podium already for 2 of those teams, and Thor for their 1st. Take a look at the overall standings. The Berry Brilliance lead at 45-40 over the Moonlight Titans. Thunder Gods with 30, Rainbows with 23. And we've got a lot of teams still in the single digits due to the overlap of teams at the top. The Marvelous Mints jump 5, Galactic and Purple Rockets jump 4, and the Blue Moon still sitting dead last. We thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time for the B-League. I'm the Emperor. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, or at least that's what our competitors are going to tell themselves here as they try and tame the balance beam here in Event 3. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor, balancing an absolute classic event that has made its way into almost every Marvel Sports Games edition. And as you can see, our current overall standings, the Berry Brilliants, no, this isn't the Funnel Tournament, they do lead the Marvel Sports Games right now, but with the Moonlight Titans, Thunder Gods, and the Rainbows make up our top 4. Gonna have each team descend one at a time. The Purple Rockets will be our trial by fire here in the balancing, and they're gonna get a pair of finishers, and that's a pretty solid showing from the Purple Rockets. 114, that puts them about in the mid-pack actually from what we saw from the qualifier scores. We'll have to see how it compares to the rest of the field in today's event. Again, could different, the track could heat up, it could slow down. We'll have to see. One run in. Moonlight Titans up now. Moonlight Titans one of 2 teams with 2 medals already, and they'll get one straight and true to the end. The other 3 veer off. Look at that, one took a beeline to the near side, and 2 to the far. 115, it beats the Purple Rockets by a single point, and that puts them in P1. Marvelous Mints, our 3rd team here. So it looks like the standings, or the run order, is determined in reverse qualifier order, and they too will get 2 finishers. Marvelous Mints. Captain Spearmint getting the job done from the front end, and it looks like Mint Chocolate from the back. The 2 of them will combine for at least 80 and 117. These 2 just barely beat the Moonlight Titans. So we're creeping and crawling our way up in the standings, something that outdoor cats are a little familiar with. So let's see what the Golden Lynxes have for us. They only get 1 finisher this time, lost 2 rather early. I don't know if that's going to be enough. 117 the current lead, and the Golden Lynxes with 113. Oh wow, within 4 and they're 3 spots down. The Balls of Fire see this. What can they do about it? Also going to get 1 finisher, and again a similar spread. All of these teams seem to be relatively evenly matched. Fireball stays on to the end, and they're going to come in 113. So they're in 5th, and they're only 4 points down on our leader. So we've got a really tight field here today, as the Thunder Gods, captained by Zeus, will be our 6th runners. And they're going to keep everyone on a little later, but they're not going to get any finishers. And the Thunder Gods will come in 6th at 102, and that is comfortably behind the rest of the field. The Berry Brilliants had a dismal showing back in balancing in the qualifiers. Can they redeem themselves a little bit here? It's a chaotic run, and it's not looking great. And our championship leaders might be in a little bit of danger here in the balancing event. Of course, it's only event 3. There's plenty of time to stamp your authority, but P6 out of 7 with just 103. Not a good run for our championship leaders. Valiant Vanillas, 2-time Marvel Sports Games champions up now. What, do they have anything to say? Oh, well, they're not going to get any. I thought they got 1, but no! Just rode the edge a little bit too long. Look at this. They're going to curl, and they're just going to take their momentum out of the catch basin. They're not going to get any finishers. 103 puts them in 6th, tied with the Berry Brilliants, but ahead on the highest scoring marble. Halfway through our runs, and 117 still the leading score. The Galactic Empire up now. Nobody's really ran away with this run as we've seen in the qualifiers. And the Galactic Empire, they're going to get no finishers, and couple pretty far. That one was in danger of curling back. Look at this as they come into focus in the camera. Oh, they just get to the 34 before they fall off. And it looks like a pretty solid showing. Let's see how it compares. Oh, it's P1 with no finishers. 119. but they take the lead. That was a pretty balanced showing from the Galactic Empire. Their rivals, the Silver Dollars, looking to one-up them, and they are going to. 2 finishers, 2 high-scoring marbles, and the Silver Dollars should have cemented themselves in the lead here in balancing with their duo of finishers. Looking to make a mark, 137, they blow everyone clear by 18. The Bronze Tigers are going to look to have to follow that impressive performance, and they also struggled in the qualifiers, and this is a disastrous run in the making for our prior hosts. It was just disjointed out of the gate. And I'll be happy to see if they break triple digits. They don't. 95 puts them in dead last. Well, you never want to set the bar low, but Team Eagle's looking at that and they're like, yeah, we might be fine. Oh, maybe not. That was not great, but we got some organized at the end. Is it enough to beat the Bronze Tigers? That's a 35. Could be worse. 100. Okay, so it beats the Bronze Tigers, and that's it. Frozen Felines, as we make our way to the final quarter of the run. Final Cat team as well. They're going to get 1 finisher in Red Eye. And that's going to be it. But it looks pretty solid. All of them made it decently far. We're not the first one off. See, I don't think it'll challenge the Silver Dollars, but it should be decently high up there. And it is P2 actually with 123. The Frozen Felines have vaulted into a podium spot. With just 3 runners to go, they're positioning themselves rather well. Also, we get a bunch of impressive runs here. What do the Rainbows have? Oh, there's 1 impressive run. Only 1 finisher, but 2 35s and a 34 maybe? Or they're all 35s. I don't know. That's a great run. The Rainbows, with 144, have taken the lead and have guaranteed themselves a podium with just 2 runners to go. The Blue Moons, one of only 3 teams who can win the event now. What do they have in store? It's a solid run, but it's not going to live up to what the Rainbows laid down. Have to see where it puts them in the standings, though. Good run for our defending champions. It is P3. They provisionally have a medal with 128. And our hosts, the Greenies, the only ones who can deny that. Green, Palm, Fern, and Clover. What do they have in store? The Greenies still on a pair of finishers. That's a good run. But will it be enough? It's going to be neck and neck between them, the Blue Moons, the Silver Dollars. Can the Greenies get their first medal of their own games here? They do! 133, the Greenies have podium, they will take bronze, and the Rainbows have won gold here in the balancing event. 144 proved too much for anybody to insurmount. 137, the Silver Dollars will take the appropriate silver there, and the Greenies are hosts with their first medal in 3rd. Congratulations to our podium finishers here. Rainbows with their 2nd podium of the season, Silver Dollars and Greenies with their 1st, the Berry Brilliance. We have a 3-way tie for the lead. 2 identical scores in 2nd. The Berry Brilliance on the medal count back hold the lead. The Silver Dollars are up to 4th. It's a 3-horse race right now between the Berry Brilliance, Moonlight Titans, and the Rainbows, as all of them sit a bronze medal clear of everybody else. Team Eagle, Balls of Fire, and the Bronze Tigers bringing up the rear. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time at the B-League. What has only been a feature in events before now finds itself as the main attraction. The Tack Track will be the 4th event of Marble Sports Games Season 6. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. A chaotic event that we have seen in the Obstacle Maze in Greeny Tower. This Plinko portion has been the undoing for several teams, now featuring more tacks than ever, and a little bridge section for our competitors to cross as well. The Tack Track will make or break your run here, as we, believe it or not, had to be a quarter of the way through the Marble Sports Games after this event. Berry Brilliance, Moonlight Titans, and Rainbows tied for the lead over the Silver Dollars, Thunder Gods, and Marvelous Mints. Heats of 4, Silver Dollars, Purple Rockets, Greenies, and one of our championship leaders, the Berry Brilliants, to kick us off here, and away we go. The Silver Dollars find themselves through the bridge first, and they're duking it back and forth. Not really, actually. The Greenies looking to hold second. They do make a lunge for the lead, but there was really no challenge to the Silver Dollars in that run. Purple Rockets and Berry Brilliants well off. 7:98, the time laid down by Glitter. Silver Dollars again in fourth, maybe looking to gain some ground here. The Berry Brilliants getting knocked out in the heats. Frozen Felines, Team Eagle, the Marvelous Mints, and the Thunder Gods here. And it's the Frozen Felines who take a quick entry to the top and fall to last. It's Team Eagle, here come the Thunder Gods, here come the Marvelous Mints, here comes everybody! The Thunder Gods are going to take it in a stupendously close heat. This was neck and neck. No lead was safe. Team Eagle had it. There go the Mints. Team Eagle takes it back. There go the Mints again. There come the Thunder Gods on the top. The Mints. Frozen Felines will take second. Everybody within half a second in that heat. What a job by the Thunder Gods to hold on and win it. Our third heat now, with the Valiant Vanillas, the Blue Moons, the Moonlight Titans, and the Galactic Empire. 4 Marble Sports Games championships combined in these 4 competitors, and it's Galactic leading the way over the Valiant Vanillas, who try to catch them. Galactic trying to stretch it, they will, they'll win, and the Valiant Vanillas take second. And that means the Moonlight Titans, also tied for the lead with the Berry Brilliants, will go no further, and nor will the Blue Moons, who had a very respectable showing back in balancing, but they're still sitting well down in the order, and Azor with 11:09 is not a fantastic time for our defending champions. Galactic will win the round over the Valiant Vanillas, both of their fans pictured there. Bronze Tigers, Rainbows, Balls of Fire, and the Golden Lynxes here in our final heat. It's the Balls of Fire who take an early lead over the Bronze Tigers, and now they fall. Oh, they're stuck! Balls of Fire are stuck! The Bronze Tigers hold the lead and will advance with the Rainbows, and with their 2 championship contenders, leaders out, the Rainbows are comfortably taking a lead now, it looks like, off of their gold back. 1 event to go. Golden Lynxes will not advance. Balls of Fire will not finish, and as the only DNF will take 16th. The Marvelous Mints had the best time of the rest, followed by the Moonlight Titans, Team Eagle. Golden Lynxes, Berry Brilliant in 13th. Our semi-final now, the Silver Dollars, the Frozen Felines, the Galactic Empire, and the Rainbows. And Galactic takes the lead over the Rainbows, who take a weird entry into the bridge, and Galactic is looking to run away with this one. The Silver Dollars, Frozen Felines in second. Silver Dollars will steal the transfer spot and advance to the final. Green Knight couldn't get it done. Yellow-Green also incapable of getting it finished. Not a very good run for the Greens in the field. The Silver Dollars go up top. Frozen Felines just got caught up too much at the end, and it was not enough for them to advance. So the 2 rivals back all the way from Season 1. Rivalries continued. They will face each other in the finals. The Greenies, Thunder Gods, Valiant Vanillas, and the Bronze Tigers. 2 of them will join. Who will it be? It's the Vanillas and Greenies leading the way. Here come the Bronze Tigers, trying to deny the Greenies, our hosts. The Bronze Tigers have it. The Greenies looking for second. And Vanillas with a valiant effort to derail the Greenies' hopes of moving to the final. That was a comeback for the ages from ice. Look at this. Greenies, 1 peg to go, and they can't get it done. That's gotta sting. They'll take 5th, but the Greenies, our hosts, will be knocked out. That means the final will be the Galactic Empire, the Valiant Vanillas, the Silver Dollars, and the Bronze Tigers, who will win gold here in the Tack Track. Silver Dollars take the early lead. Galactic's trying to catch up on them. Here come the Valiant Vanillas. Galactic gaining. They're not going to be able to, though. Can they get it? They're going to take the lead. Galactic has it, and the Silver Dollars at the finish line win the Tack Track. The Galactic Empire came so close. They clawed to the lead, but they stabbed it with their steely knives, but they just couldn't kill the beast. The Silver Dollars, have won the Tack Track. The Valiant Vanillas will take third for their efforts, and the Bronze Tigers so close. And they can check out any time they like, but they will not find themselves on the podium. Glitter wins over Nova and Ice. Tiggy, Fern, Castor, Green Eye, and Yellow Green rounding out the top half. Of course, our only DNF, the Balls of Fire, in 16th. What an event, though. That was exhilarating competition. Finishes at the line, the Valiant Vanillas with that snipe on the Greenies. And of course, two arch rivals atop the podium, the Silver Dollars and 1 gold. Not silver this time like they did the event before. Nova of the Galactic Empire wins their first medal of the season. And in third, the Valiant Vanillas. Ice gets the job done. And as we look at the standings after 4 events, the Silver Dollars have taken the lead by 2 over the Rainbows. Moonlight Titans, Berry Brilliance fall 3, Galactic up to 5th, and everybody in the top 4 still lockstep. Nobody's running away with this championship, and it's getting exciting. We'll see you next time, everybody, at Collision. Collision always makes sure to bring the chaos in marble sports games, and this season I'm sure it'll be no different. The 5th event, it normally alternates between 5th and penultimate, Collision is back, and our competitors are raring to go. I'm the Emperor. The Collision table is going to be a bracket-style event this year between seeds. So the highest seed, the Silver Dollars, will face the lowest seed, Team Eagle. The Rainbows will face Balls of Fire, and so on and so forth. You can see all the matchups established right there. It will be purely bracket-style. There will be no no group stages like in other years. It is pure one and done. And Team Eagle, the number 16 seed, comes out of nowhere and dominates the Silver Dollars in the opening round. You may notice that 1 Silver Dollar rolled back on. That does not count. Once you leave that purple mat, you are out. And it's a 5-1 drubbing in the 16v1 seed. And here are the Greenies and the Marvelous Mints, our hosts. And the Marvelous Mints, the one Greenie comes back. I don't think they're going to win, though. I count at least 2 Greenies elsewise that came off. That looks like a 5-2 Marvelous Mints victory. Stupendous job from the Marvelous Mints. They'll advance to take on Team Eagle in the quarterfinals. 2 purplish colored teams, one of them in the name, the other one berry colored, the Berry Brilliance and the Purple Rockets here in our third heat, and I think we've played to a tie, and we have. I don't think they drew it up like that, but we're gonna, in case of tiebreakers, every marble that came off will get a second attempt, and it looks like 2 Purple Rockets go punting off, and there's a solid impact up there. Jam got them moving over there. The reserve for the Berry Brilliance will get them advancing. The Purple Rockets lose 4-3 on the tiebreaker. Be ready for heat number 4 of 8 here. The Galactic Empire and the Bronze Tigers. 2 teams that have qualified for every edition they've been eligible to. And let's see, it looks like it's another tie. Galactic loses 1 up top. That 1 Bronze Tiger in the bottom did come off, and it's 3-3. And we've got our second tie in a row. Oh, and the positioning there really screwed the Tigers over. They just couldn't get out of their gate cleanly. And that will be a 5-4 victory for the Galactic Empire to ensure a safe and secure society. The Rainbows and Balls of Fire in our 5th heat, and they kind of miss each other, and that is evidenced by no marbles coming off the field. That's a 5-5 tie. And so we're going to line everybody back up in the blocks again. We'll do it over. This time there's going to be hopefully a little bit more contact, guys. Oh no, they miss again, but this time the Rainbows cannot hold on in the top. That 1 Balls of Fire rolling back will not count to the score, but it's still a victory. 3-2, the Balls of Fire got their first medal of the season last year in collision, all the way in event 15. They win 3-2 in the tiebreaker, and we'll have to see if they can do it again this time. Few ties now in the opening round. So the Valiant Vanillas and Frozen Felines try to duke it out in the cold here. The Vanillas will lose one up top, and is that going to be the only casualty of war here? And it is! 5-4. The Frozen Felines will advance. Vanillas, off of a bronze in the prior event, are not going to be able to build on that. And they're done. Moonlight Titans and the Blue Moons. The Blue Moons sail one to the bottom, so do the Moonlight Titans. And up top, oh, the one Blue Moon cannot stay on. And I believe this will be a victory for the Moonlight Titans. Of course, back in Season 4, they won Collision right after their captain, Kronos, went down with a season-ending injury. Kronos, of course, back for Collision this time. And since they missed last season, this will be their first time since then. So Kronos may be a little bit worried, but they're moving on. We'll take a top half finish, and we'll face either the Thunder Gods or the Golden Lynxes. And based on the enormous amount of blue I see up top, the Golden Lynxes have won this one pretty handily, 4-2, I believe. Yep, 4-2. The Thunder Gods will go no further. 2 of the 3 podium finishers back from mid-season madness right there. The other being the Moonlight Titans. So lots of ties in the opening round. They will get 9th to 11th because it's initially a, net 0. But here we go for the quarterfinals. The Marvelous Mints and Team Eagle, and it looks like Team Eagle is going to lose 4-3. Their miraculous run is over here. They really put a beating on the Silver Dollars, but they're not going to be able to take down the Marvelous Mints, who will go to the semifinals and are guaranteed a top 4 finish. Congratulations to them. They will take on the winner of this round between the Berry Brilliance and Galactic Empire. Brilliance lose one up top. There goes the Galactic Empire, and the Berry Brilliance lose another one, and that will do them in. They might have lost another one to the bottom. In addition to that, they do, yeah. Raz couldn't keep it over there. 4-2, the Galactic Empire is moving on to the Final 4. Berry Brilliance will go no further. That's half our field set for the semifinals. Balls of Fire and the Frozen Felines. Can the Balls of Fire get another medal in Collision? It's not looking likely. 4 to either 1 or 2. It depends on if that one on the bottom is on. Nope, it came off way before that. 4-1, the Frozen Felines clean house here against the Balls of Fire. And now for our final heat, the Moonlight Titans and the Golden Lynxes. An interesting formation from the Moonlight Titans has them curling to the top, and they have nobody, expects the Spanish Inquisition. The Golden Lynxes will beat them 3-0, and the Moonlight Titans are blanked. That strategy did not work out for them, and they will not be advancing. The Golden Lynxes will, and with a 0-3, -3 differential, and no points scored, they will take 8th place from the 5th to 8th standings. So now our final 4, the Marvelous Mints and Galactic Empire, hard impact in the middle. The Mints lose 1, Galactic loses 3, the Marvelous Mints are going to the final. Galactic Empire will still have a shot at the bronze medal. They will face the loser of the next semifinal, but the Marvelous Mints are cruising into the final, and they will pick up a medal for sure, their first of the season. And they will face the winner of this match. 2 cat teams, Frozen Felines and the Golden Lynxes. Yellow Eyes, the only one on the board. Oh, Green Eye pushes the Golden Lynx back. It's not going to matter, though. The Golden Lynxes will have a shot at competing for their namesake, the gold. 3-1, they beat the Felines, who will have a shot at bronze. So I believe, unless Galactic gets 3rd here, we'll have completely new podium finishers, and Galactic will get 3rd. 4-3, the Frozen Felines are not able to get it done. They lose 2 to the bottom, Blue Eye and Yellow Eye, and Galactic will win their 2nd medal in a row in a 4-3 victory in the bronze medal round. That means there's just one round to go. The Golden Lynxes, the Marvelous Mints. Who wins the 5th gold of the season? Golden Lynxes lose one up top. And did the Mints lose one on the bottom? No, it hit the referee tower. It hit the referee tower, and they are going to stay on the board. 5-4, the Marvelous Mints have won gold. What a lucky break there. There you can see them hiding from the camera. They stay on, and that's a victory for the Marvelous Mints, who did not lose more than a single marble in any round. Domination from the Marvelous Mints. And they gotta be feeling good on top of the podium. Golden Lynx is in second, Galactic Empire in third. But man, you'd have to stop the world just to stop that feeling the Marvelous Mints have on top of the podium. They're gonna vault up a solid number of spots into 5th. The Golden Lynxes will jump as well. Galactic Empire, despite getting bronze, lose a position just due to how the point distribution system works, but the Moonlight Titans will take the lead 62 over the Berry Brilliants and Rainbows with 61. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time at the Dirt Dash.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 6th event of Marvel Sports Games Season 6. The Greenies might be poised to take the win home in this one, given their history with that. Dating back to Season 1, the Greenies have had an astonishing relationship with the position of 6th. Now, they sit in 11th right now after falling a few spots. The Moonlight Titans hold the lead after 5 events over the Berry Brilliants and the Rainbows. I'm the Emperor. I'm thrilled to be here with you all in the Dirt Dash, a really, really fast event that we have seen once before on the calendar. And we've got our 4 groups of 4 set up here. And here's the track. Pretty simple. You go down the Dirt Dash and through the beam into the catch basin at the end to attempt to minimize marble damage. We don't want any of our competitors getting hurt here. Forget if I introduce myself. I'm the Emperor. I'm sure you've known that by now if you're watching the series. Or if you're a newcomer, welcome aboard. Rainbows, Bronze Tigers, Thunder Gods, and the Purple Rockets here to kick us off in our first heat. The Purple Rockets take the lead and go straight off the track, and that will be a DNF. It will be the Thunder Gods and the Bronze Tigers. Oh, the Bronze Tigers kind of gave the Rockets that nudge there. Oh, the Purple Rockets. A little Vindicated Dwarf not able to advance because of a little nudge from Tigger, and they'll move on with the Thunder Gods. Balls of Fire, Silver Dollars, Blue Moons, and the Marvelous Mints. And it's the Blue Moons fired from out of a cannon. Here come the Marvelous Mints. Where'd the Blue Moons go? I don't think they made it. No, they're going to veer off to the bottom. So the Marvelous Mints actually took second. It's the Balls of Fire who will win the round. Rover going on a mission off the track. Berry Brilliants, Golden Lynxes, Greenies, and the Galactic Empire here in heat number 3. And it's the Greenies, our hosts. Oh my gosh. They looked like a silver bullet there. And in the battle for second, the Berry Brilliants hold on over the Galactic Empire. The Greenies, dominant. The captain with a 2 seconds flat. They'll advance with the Berry Brilliants. Heat number 4 now. Team Eagle, the Valiant Vanillas, the Moonlight Titans, our championship leaders, and the Frozen Felines. And it is Blue Eye who's going to run away with this one over the Valiant Vanillas. And that will do it for the heats. Atlas comes in dead last with the 303. At last, they finish, and they'll take 12th, though. It's not terrible, giving a couple DNFs. Purple Rockins and Blue Moons not having a fantastic season. They're bringing up the rear in this event. 2 semifinals here. Top 2 of each heat will advance to the final. A little bit of a track view beforehand. It is Zeus, Mint Chocolate, Green, and Frost. Look at this. The Greenies and Vanillas lined up again here in a semifinal. And they advance this time. The Valiant Vanillas for sure will. Second place to the wire. And the Marvelous Mints out of nowhere. Look at this comeback. Greenies made it a competition, but they couldn't get past in the lane. And the two captains go down with the ship here in the semifinal. Bronze Tigers, Balls of Fire, Berry Brilliance, and the Frozen Felines. Two cat rivals in this one. They're in second and third. And it looks like the Bronze Tigers and Berry Brilliance are going to be advancing. The Balls of Fire, I'll let you know when they come around. Finishing this one. Hang on a minute. The Berry Brilliance finished? Oh my gosh, Rambo didn't finish! They veered off just too early. They're going to get a DNF for that. Oh, the Berry Brilliance are not advancing. They never actually finished the track. And the two cat teams go to the final. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Frost, Blue Eye, Mint Chocolate, and Tigger. Who wins it all for the 6th gold of the season? A little bit of a delay in the blocks here, and out of the gate, it's Blue Eye in the lead. Bronze Tigers measurement for that's gonna do it. They got a little too anxious. The Bronze Tigers tried the strategy they used on the Purple Rockets, and look at that pass by the Marvelous Mints at the line. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful finale. Blue Eye wins the gold, Mint Chocolate the silver, Tigger the bronze, and the Valiant Vanillas will not finish. They'll take 4th. What an event! What an exhilarating finish! I'm still not quite over that. Blue Eye with their first gold ever, first medal ever in the Marvel Sports Games. Same goes to Mint Chocolate in second. Tigger in third. The Bronze Tigers excel in these outdoor events. The Marvelous Mints now have jumped up 4 spots into the lead. They are 9 points clear of the Berry Brilliance. The Frozen Felines jump 5. Look at that. Bronze Tigers up to 11th. Our host, the Greenies, down in 12th. And the bottom few starting to have to play catch-up. The Blue Moon's title defense, 21 points. Dead last. That's not great. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I've been the Emperor. Welcome back, everybody, for an absolutely thrilling event here for the nearing the halfway point in Marvel Sports Games Season 6. I'm the Emperor, and curling is going to throw something pretty unique at our competitors this season that we won't see really anything like the rest of the way through. So you can see our championship standings, the Marvelous Mints leading the way. 78 points, are 9 clear of the Berry Brilliance in second, and the Rainbows and Moonlight Titans. And those three have really been leading the way this entire season thus far. You can see our heats lined up before us here. So it is a bracket-style event. So if you win your heat, you move on, and the loser's knocked out. Tiebreakers will be broken by closest to the button, and that's it. So the Marvelous Mints will go first. The lower seed gets the hammer throw. It's kind of a bit of a competitive balance for our competitors here. The Purple Rockets currently have 1 in the ring. The Marvelous Mints are going to knock a teammate out, but it wasn't in the ring anyways yet. Purple Rockets now still just 1. Throw 8. The 8 throws, so that was throw 5 of 8. And that one's going to curl around. The Marvelous Mints give the Rockets another point. And now they're going to have 1 throw left to try and knock them out. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so unless the Purple Rockets dislodge everybody, which they do, but they still advance, because they were closer to the button. Oh, the Purple Rockets, they've had a pretty disastrous season thus far, and just about everything going wrong for them. That was something that they caught a lucky break on, and they will take it. Thunder Gods and Valiant Vanillas now in our second heat of 8. Thunder Gods trying to curl back into the house. They'll get 1 settling in the blue ring. The blue ring is worth 1 point. The white ring is worth 2. The red ring is worth 3. And if you landed on the bullseye, that is worth 5. Valiant Vanilla is settling 1 back in the 1 ring. Is there a response from the Thunder Gods? Does not look like it. The Valiant Vanillas have one final throw to not knock themselves off as the Purple Rockets did. And it looks like it's going to end in a 1-1 tie. And the Valiant Vanillas, closer to the button, they will advance. Of course, our two-time champion, the Valiant Vanillas, looking to get it going here. Did well. Frost got fourth back in the Dirt Dash just one event ago. The Moonlight Titans and the Balls of Fire now. Titans looking to stop the slide from the Dirt Dash as the Balls of Fire curl into the white ring, which would be worth 2, but they're not able to stay, and they curl back. So, don't listen to me, they're back. But wait, there's more. Second one stays in the far corner. Kind of gets pushed farther into it by the Moonlight Titans. Here comes Fire Blast, gonna curl, set up as a guard. Do the Moonlight Titans hit them? No, they go right through. Now the Balls of Fire are in a good position to win the round. They hit off their own guard and then position themselves in the ring anyways. That is a 3-0 victory for the Balls of Fire. It's the second upset we've seen thus far. Again, the referees decided that the lower seed would get the hammer throw between the Frozen Felines and the Greenies. That is our host, the Greenies, not having a great season thus far, but they've still got a lot of time to make up some ground. Normally, the Greenies, first half merchants, and the second half, it all falls apart for them. So this time, they've decided to stack the second half with events they are traditionally pretty good at. So we'll see how that goes, as Yellow Eye pins Red Eye in the corner over there. And this one looks like an empty grid so far, with just one, I think, 2 throws to go. Here comes Green Eye curling back. The Greenies with the hammer. What do we got? 1-0. They're going to miss. Can they come back into the house? No, and the Frozen Felines will shut out the Greenies 1-0. Greenies putting up no run support there for the home crowd fans. And the Frozen Felines pitch a shutout. No, 1-0. It might be Felix Hernandez, not the Frozen Felines, so we'll have to see. Very Brilliance and the Blue Moons now. And the Blue Moons sitting in dead last, not where they want to be. They finished 7th in the Marble Invites, 1st in the last season of the Marble Sports Games, and they are really struggling to get it going this time. Yep, 1 in their appropriately colored blue ring thus far. And an interesting strategy that's going to shove the other Berry Brilliance back into their house, only to get pelted right off and then come curling back in to a near identical spot. They're tied at 1 now, the Berry Brilliance on their final throw. What can the Blue Moons do with the anchor? Can they curl back? It's looking good, but they're going to come too far into the near side. And they're going to roll right out of the house and will not advance. The Berry Brilliance, oh, so barely closer to the button, will advance. Silver Dollars and the Golden Lynxes in heat 6 of 8 here in curling. Captain Lynx sets up a provisional far side guard. I don't know how effective they're going to be, but it's all part of the strategy, we think. Oh, look at that. Maybe that was the strategy. Bounce off their teammate and straight into the wall. Okay. Strategists of the Golden Lynxes might be on the hot seat after this one if they can't get it going. Still looking for their first Marble Sports Game gold. Not the gold, appropriately named Golden Lynxes. They have a couple elsewhere, but none in the A-League. And it's going to be a 1-0 shutout. The Silver Dollars will advance. Golden Lynx is going to have to wait at least another event for that gold. Our penultimate heat, the Rainbows taking on Team Eagle. The Rainbows curling across. Red Orange will set up a nice blocker to get hit by Eagle. And Eagle settles to the near side in the blue ring. action in the house thus far in this round. The Rainbows come in with their fifth throw of the round. And will settle outside of the ring. Team Eagle now curls back in the corner. Can't get anything going for them. Rainbows with their final throw right there. And then they'll curl out of the house. So Team Eagle, all they need to do is just keep it on the ring, and it's not going to happen, but I think they're still the closest. Captain Eagle on the near side was untouched and will advance 0-0. Here we go. We're going to see a couple of ties in the eliminated team section, but that's okay. Final heat now, the Galactic Empire and the Bronze Tigers. A rematch of Collision. Bronze Tigers looking for a little bit of revenge in this one. Galactic's captain sets up in the blue ring. And now Starry comes across in the white. It's looking pretty solid. The Bronze Tigers try to chip him off and end up straight in the corner. Not what they wanted to cook. Now Galactic hits themselves off. Not a superb throw there as the Bronze Tigers look to capitalize. They just like that corner. They're going to hug the wall there, and they're going to hit hard off the brick there. Not a lot of rollbacks in this one, unlike what we've seen in previous rounds, until Tigers right there rolls straight out of the picture, and Galactic will advance 1-0 over the Bronze Tigers. And those are the heats. So from 9th to 16th, look at that, a few ties. Blue Moons, Thunder Gods, and then the Moonlight Titans, the only one to lose by more than one. 3-0 to the Balls of Fire, and that will put them in dead last with a goose egg. Oh, man. Quarterfinal 1 of 4 now, and the Purple Rockets, our 16th seed, will take on the Valiant Vanillas. The second rocket now, straight off the back wall, a little bit too hard into the end there, and now the Valiant Vanillas are going to carry him into the corner. Throw 5 of 8, another back wall hug from the Purple Rockets. So it's interesting, with a little bit of a different track, or the distance between the launch and the house. Teams have to deploy different strategies, and some of them have been much more efficient at that. The Valiant Vanillas looking like one of them. They're going to get the closest. They will win 3-1, and they will take down the Purple Rockets as they will take another top 4 finish. And that's pretty solid. DMRC taking this one in, admiring the view here for our second quarterfinal, the Balls of Fire and the Frozen Felines. Balls of Fire, they got to get hot pretty fast. They're sitting down in 13th in the standings. Frozen Felines much higher up in the order. I believe they jumped to 5th after Blue Eyes Gold in the Dirt Dash. Balls of Fire looking to get it going. 13th is still better than where they were last season, where they were well adrift the entire time until they got a silver medal in Collision, I believe. Nobody in the house yet, as I say that. Fire Blast looks to settle in the blue ring. That'll be 1 point. Yellow Eye goes onto the wide left, but curls back around and settles close to the red ring to get nudged from the Balls of Fire with their final throw. And now, what do the Frozen Felines have? Are they going to thread the needle? They're going to try to displace the Balls of Fire. They try to displace them, but it ends up coming back off again. But that will be enough. 1-0. The Balls of Fire take down the Frozen Felines and will advance to try and melt the Valiant Vanillas in the semifinals. The top 2 of the top 3 back in Season 3. Of course, they sandwich True Blue in between there. True Blue down in the B League this time for the first time, so they're not going to get it going this time. Silver Dollars and the Berry Brilliance up now. Third quarterfinal. Oh, what a impact there. That was about as wide left as you could get without going straight into the Lego brick section. Silver Dollars still positioning themselves well, actually. They might win this one because the Berry Brilliants just cannot find the house to save their lives right now. And the Silver Dollars are going to win it by a final score of 2-0. They blank the Berry Brilliance. And a lot of our top teams starting to fall like dominoes in this event. And this is going to open up the mid-pack to try and catch up to him. Team Eagle and the Galactic Empire here in the final quarterfinal. And Team Eagle settles in the blue ring. Team Eagle medalist thus far in their return to the Marble Sports Games. In Season 2, they picked up 3 medals, one of each type. And they have not gotten a medal in the A-League since, because they haven't qualified since then. And that's an interesting strategy. Off the orange curve, Galactic rolls back into the blue. I'm surprised that worked for them after seeing what the Silver Dollars did in the prior round. Maybe that's what they were trying to do, and they just didn't execute it as well. Getting tense here. 2 more translucent teams. Team Eagle hits off themselves and curls them into a nice position into the red ring. And Galactic tries the wide strategy again, but this time it doesn't work. 3-2. Team Eagle advances. That red button ring is the strike that made the difference, and they will take down the Galactic Empire, who will take 5th over the Frozen Felines, Purple Rockets. The Berry Brilliance will sit in 8th. 4 teams to go. The Valiant Vanillas, Balls of Fire, the Silver Dollars, and Team Eagle. Silver Dollars the only one who has won an event thus far this season. The Valiant Vanillas, Balls of Fire, looking to guarantee themselves a medal and a spot in the final here in a head-to-head semifinal. Looks like we're halfway through now. 4 stones thrown, only the Balls of Fire in the house. It would currently be 2-0. Rolling around, that Valiant Vanilla cannot stay on the grid. The Balls of Fire looking. Can they hold it on? Valiant Vanillas have thrown everybody. They just got to stay on. The Balls of Fire will advance, and it looks like they are set. The Balls of Fire have advanced to the final and will guarantee themselves a medal. Down in 13th, they stun the Valiant Vanillas, who will try and get a bronze. And they will be facing the loser of this match, the Silver Dollars and Team Eagle. The winner gets to host the Balls of Fire in the finals. 1 throw apiece thus far, no one in the house. Curling back, Silver Dollars can't get it. Here comes Team Eagle's second shot, and they will hug the Silver Dollars against the wall there. Oh, a chaotic shot. Silver Dollars pushes Team Eagle into the ring. They're up 2-0. And the Silver Dollars have 1 shot to go to try and knock Team Eagle out. And they just skim by them. And it looks like Team Eagle, pending an absolute disaster, will advance. Team Eagle hits them. No, Team Eagle does it. And they knock themselves out. Oh my gosh, Team Eagle! They were poised to get their first medal of the season, and the Silver Dollars, with the distance to the button, will advance. Absolutely stunning from the hammer. What were they doing? Regardless, they're still fighting for a medal now. Just won't be gold or silver to take on the Valiant Vanillas. Nobody in the house again. I've seen now the few of these matches thus far. No one can really stay and curl in there. Valiant Vanillas looking to set up a guard. Team Eagle whizzes by and hits the wall, and I think that'll do it. Another 0-0 match. The Valiant Vanillas will win it, and they will take the bronze medal here in curling. They got to be pretty happy with that. Team Eagle, stunned, flabbergasted, bamboozled, hornswoggled, gobsmacked. I'm going to stop now. Balls of Fire on the Silver Dollars in the final. And the Silver Dollars again try that far strategy. They cannot clip it off the corner. Oh, the Balls of Fire go even farther. Oh my gosh, okay. So it's looking like they're trying to clip off of it to stop some momentum. But it just doesn't seem to be working. 2 throws apiece. Here come the Balls of Fire with their 3rd throw. And they're going to settle in the blue ring, it looks like. They've each got one apiece left. Balls of Fire in the lead. And they're going to rest off their teammate. A stupendous strategy there. The Silver Dollars are not going to stop them. Order up. The Balls of Fire are hot to go. And they have won curling here in Marble Sports Games Season 6 with a superb showing. The only team to win every round. They shut out their opponents 4 consecutive times to win gold. A superb showing from the Balls of Fire. Congratulations to them. Silver Dollars, congratulations in second place. And the Valiant Manillas in third. Congrats to them. Let's see, how will this shake up the overall standings? The Marvelous Mints do hold the lead, but it's down to just 3 points over the Silver Dollars. And the Very Brilliant, Frozen Felines, Galactic Empire up into 5th. The Rainbow's Moonlight Titans plummeting down the order. Balls of Fire will jump up to 10th. And the Greenies, our hosts, down in 13th. Not where they want to be. Blue Moon sitting 6 points adrift in dead last. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. I've been the Emperor.
I don't know whether you're into superstition, black cats and voodoo dolls, but I've got a premonition that this event, lots of pins will fall. Speaking of fall, leaping into, I'd say springing into action here, but at a different season entirely, and it welcomes our competitors to bowling. I'm the Emperor, and bowling returns to the Marble Sports Games for just the second time and the first since the Balls of Fire hosted back in Season 4, now featuring actual bowling pins. Have received a bit of a budget upgrade for this season. As you can see, our overall standings with the Marvelous Mints holding a 3-point lead over the Silver Dollars thus far. The Very Brilliant, Frozen Felines, and Galactic Empire not too far behind. So here's how bowling is going to work. It's going to be 2 bowls per team per frame, as is, tradition in bowling. So it's a duo-style event. And the scoring is going to be a little different from traditional bowling. It's, each pin is worth the value. If you want to pause right here, here's the run order for our competitors, starting with the Greenies in the top left. And I'm going to continue explaining how this works as they descend down the course for their first run. So they're going to take down 7. Now, if a team gets a spare, the second bowl is doubled, because, it's a more impressive spare, the more pins, how it works. And I know that's not how actual bowling scoring works, but the referees were like, that's too complicated for this, especially with eliminations in bowling, as the Blue Moons take down their first 7 pins and take down 2 more for a total of 9. Great showing from our defending champions who really need to pick it up. Do Night and Eclipse here, but a 9 is a good start. So after every 2 rounds, we will see eliminations. The bottom 4 teams in scoring-wise will not advance. So it'll be a total of 8 rounds with 4 teams eliminated after every 2, as the Rainbows come in with 6 here. And that's the same format as we saw back in Season 4, where the podium featured, I believe, the Valiant Vanillas, the Galactic Empire, and the hosts, the Balls of Fire. As the Frozen Felines come down now with Red Eye and Green Eye, and they will take a total of 7. That's a solid showing for our team well up in the order right now. Move to our 5th competitor. It is Team Eagle, who drops 8, and that's a pretty easy spare if they can get it. 2 down, and that
nice spare
is our first spare of bowling. Da-da-da. Team Eagle, Raptor, and Hawk. So you'll see Hawk's score in blue is doubled. They took down 2. That was a brilliant utilization of the pin that was already down to take down the 2 that were still standing. Whoa, the Bronze Tigers almost get a huge spare there. They'll have to settle for 9. And that would have been a great split had they picked it up. But 9, not too shabby. Tanner putting in the effort, but will fall just short. Look, that was a beautiful line. And now the Silver Dollars, who sit in second place in the standings, they will take a total of 7 pins. Their captain Shimmer with the first throw, and Shine coming through on the second, probably trying to execute a similar strategy to the Bronze Tiger, but fell oh so short. The Galactic Empire will come through with 8 and a split, and they will take that. Cosmo and Starry, the dynamic duo that got second back in Season 4 in this event. And we're halfway through round number 1. Again, no eliminations till after round 2, so every team gets 2 bowls. The Valiant Vanilla's up now, and they will take down 6. And every runner so far has gotten 6 pins knocked down. We'll have to see if that can be sustained as the bowls continue, and even as we get into the B League and the C League, both of which will also be participating in this event. Oh, not a great first throw coming down here. Oh, and a second one that's a complete whiff from the Berry Brilliance. And that is going to put them just with 4. Captain Raspberry just followed the path the jam cleared for them, and they find themselves in a bit of a jam early on in this one. Sticky situation for the Berry Brilliants, and now coming through the middle again, following the path that has been cleared out for them. Thunderbird cannot take down any more than what Thor had already cleared. Oh gosh, so all those incredible runs to start. Thunderguard still takes 6. Oh, and a 9 coming through for Balls of Fire, and they're teetering on the edge of a spare. That would have been a 15-point spare had it stood. Fiery just couldn't get that last pin, the 9 pin down. Oh, and they tried to use the momentum, but fall oh so close. Now the Golden Lynxes. They've got half the field still up, and they come desperately close to getting a spare. A lot of teams on the edge right now, teetering between 9s and 10 and plus with the spares. But only Team Eagle has figured out the trick this far. The Marvelous Mints drop 7 on their first throw. They've got the, straight shot into the 8th. Look at that. Barreling into that singular pin, toppling it like a domino, is Peppermint. Unfortunately, couldn't get the other 2. Look at this. What a hit right there. That one flipped over. And now the Moonlight Titans careen the pins back. They've got a terrible split, but make something out of nothing. And we'll take 7 total. That's through 15, so we've got 1 runner to go. It is the Purple Rockets, who will look, see if they can get a second spare of round 1. Oh, and it's not a great start. They hit the hammered nail on the head. They just take 3 and then just 1. And that resembled a bit too much of the Berry Brilliance's run and not a rather brilliant run. They'll take 5, actually. I can't count. And now we will see each competitor go 1 more time. So that's the end of round 1. And remember, the bottom 4 teams are eliminated. The tiebreaker is the lowest frame loses. The lowest frame loses. And the Greenies right now, not in the most pristine of shape, just 13. And after we saw a lot of competitors get that 7 or 9 range, they could be in a little bit of danger. But so the lowest frame loses, and then the lowest high number per frame is the second tiebreaker. And I know all those words sound a little complicated. I promise it does not get past 2 tiebreakers. So if 2 teams get eliminated with, let's go with 13, because that's the lower number of the 2 right now, following the Blue Moon 16. But if one team had a 5 and an 8, and the other team had a 6 and 7, the team with the 5 and 8 would be knocked out on the premise of having the lower frame. Now, if both teams have 5 and 8, but one of them had, in the 8, they had a 7 and 1, and the other one had a 6 and 2, the one with the 6 and 2 would be knocked out on the premise of having the lower high frame. You can go back and rewatch that if you're Their brain's a little too scrambled from all the big fancy words and tiebreakers. But just hope that your team has a successful run like the Frozen Felines coming through with a 9 here from Red Eye and Green Eye to put them at 16 after 2. Team Eagle sitting on 12 already coming off the spare. Oh! Had the opportunity to capitalize a lot more, but will only take down 5 from Raptor. Hawk just couldn't execute it this time. I really should have spit on that one instead of going straight up the middle. Now come the Bronze Tigers with a 6 off the bat and will also knock down 9. So that should be 18 for the Bronze Tigers, following 2 9s in a row that they fall just short of getting the spare. Silver Dollars up now. Solid showing. Oh, what a spare from the Silver Dollars! They spare no pins! And that was superb.
Nice spare.
Shine with 12. That's incredible from the Silver Dollars to launch them at 23, I believe that said. Incredible. The Galactic Empire, their rivals coming up now, they're like, oh man, we can't follow that unless we try and hit the same thing. Get the impressive spare if the second number is larger. Obviously a strike would be 20, but they will only muster 7 to put them at 15. And Valiant Vanillas now, they have 7 down already, and try the chip shot. They do get the wide out on the 10 pin, but cannot double up on the left. 9 will put him at 15 overall for Ice and Twist. Run number 10 now, the Berry Brilliance, and oh, it's not looking good again. They really need an impressive spare, and they're not going to get it. They might finish in the single digits, which would probably guarantee an elimination with just 9. Oh gosh. And following that performance, the Thunder Gods are like, well, thank you very much. We will take that bar you set for us and almost get a spare of our own. Thunder Gods take 9, which is the Berry Brilliance's entire score. And they will finish with 15. Meaning right now 9, we saw 13 from the Greenies and Rainbows. Those might be the next lowest scores. And a little bit of danger are our hosts, the Greenies, who are trying to finish out the top half well. Or the first half well, and it's, well, not going very well. Bowls of Fire, though, coming through on this bowl. They're going to get 6 for a total of 15, also ahead of the Greenies and Rainbows mark. And now the Golden Lynxes, oh, they're still on the board. There's a lot of room there, and they'll get 6 total to the Lynxes, but not a very strong impact off the bat from Jaguar. Lion will pick up 3 more, but look at that. 7 wide is very hard to navigate when there's no diagonal force to push them back as much. Marvelous Mints leaves some collateral on there and will end with 7. Could have been more, could have been less. Well, I suppose you could say that about every run. And the Mints will finish also on 15. That seems to be the benchmark right now for teams. 6 down for the Moonlight Titans, 4 to go, and they take the back 2 down. Just a tick to the right, they might have been able to pull that one off. And they're going to end on, you guessed it, 15. And that will do it for run 15. And now the Purple Rockets go wide right to take the far 3. What do they do with the rest? Oh, 4 more actually. I was about to say only 3, but they got 7, which will put them at a total of 12. And I think that's going to be an eliminated score. The Purple Rockets are not going to move on. We'll have to see the final 4 results here of who is eliminated going into round number 3. And it will be the Rainbows, the Greenies, the Purple Rockets, and the Berry Brilliance. 13 was the cutoff score, and now there are 12. And this will take us another 2 rounds here as the Blue Moons take a strong impact to the front, but can't get through. Oh, a wave collapses on the right side. on the second ball from the Blue Moons. That was impressive. An eclipse leaves a cratering hole on the right. Look at this, 5 wide down, just one standing. A great ball from the Blue Moons. The Frozen Felines up now, and they only take down 3. Oh, and Greeny clears the board!
Nice spare!
That's even more than the Silver Dollars, dropping them down. 14 from Greeny. The Frozen Felines hit on 33. What a shot from the Frozen Felines. Greeny with a huge hit, and their fans are going ballistic right now. That was impressive, incredible. And the Silver Dollars were like, oh man, we got one up. We'll see what happens this time after Team Eagle. What a chip from Hawk again. After their spare in the opening round, Hawk has gone 0 for 2 on point scoring. Raptor will pick up 5 to put him at 22 total. That's 11 down on the Frozen Felines, just showing the magnitude of that spare that vaulted them into the lead. As the Bronze Tigers, oh boy, that's not what you wanted to see from them. They're going to take down just 4 for a total of 22. That one chip shot off the back left was not where they were wanting to aim it. And now the Silver Dollars looking to recapture the lead. Will take 8. The verge of more. But they will leave a couple standing. 31 leaves them 2 down on the Frozen Felines. But that is very much not insurmountable. Run 6 of 12 now. The Galactic Empire takes down 4. Here comes Starry and just take down 2. And it's not even left 2, it's the back right 2, which was an interesting tactic there. They think they might have misfired on that one. And they'll sit at 21, which is down in the order right now for, after seeing a couple 30s and 2s. Here come the Valiant Vanillas, and they've got the wide split, and they can't get anything going on this one. That is the least ideal situation you can find yourself in, with 6 pins down, and the Vanillas unable to capitalize. Just square off the nose of the one in the middle. Here come the Thunder Gods now, and they've got 6, and that's a much closer split, and they will chip off 2. It was just right enough to not split the gap between them. Thor and Thunderbird put them at 23. That's ahead of a few teams now. As we are 2/3 of the way there in round 3 of 8. Balls of Fire will take 8 after round 8. This is round 9, and that's a good showing. So all 3 of the teams who podiumed in bowling last time still in. Firestone Fire will also sit on 23. With none of them in the lead thus far, that would be the Frozen Felines. Golden Lynxes now will take half of the pins down. They aim for the right because there were 3 as opposed to 2, but they aimed a little too far right. They Harrison Butker to that one. 21 will drop the Lynxes with a tie with Galactic, I believe, for last. 2 runners to go. The Marvelous Mints. Oh, only 1. They will be like, maybe we're trying to get that impressive spare, but they will fall short and just take down 7. Peppermint trying to salvage that one. And they will end on 22. So a lot of our teams sitting in that low 20s range, and then the front runners sitting in the low 30s. The Moonlight Titans now will take down 4. They've got 6 to work with, and will take 2 of them down. Could have gone a little bit better for our final runner here in round 3, and they will end up on a total of 21 as well. So the bubble teams, the eliminations, are really close right now. A lot of teams in that 21, 22, 23 range. And a spare or a dud could make or break if they are eliminated or not here in round 4. The halfway point in terms of rounds, but well past the halfway point in terms of actual competition. And the Blue Moons blunder that one. They're only going to get 4 down, it looks like, to end on 29. So if those teams get 7 or 8, or even a 6 for sitting on 23, that could put the Blue Moons in danger. The Frozen Felines now, Red Eye clears a path, half of them down. Green Eye looking for some more heroics, will just take down 2 more. 4-7, and that should put them at 40 if my math is correct. And it does. The Frozen Felines sitting on 40. You have to figure they are surefire to advance at least to the top 8 here and get a top half finish. Team Eagle takes down 5. What can Hawk do this time? Is it a gutter ball? It's not a gutter ball this time. They will take down 2. A little bit too on the nose of an impact there for Team Eagle, and that'll put them at a total of 29 as well. And their low frame is 5, so is that lower than the Blue Moons? I don't think it is. The Blue Moons only got 4 on this one, right? So that could put the Blue Moons in a little bit of danger. The Bronze Tigers, meanwhile, will take down 8. That's pretty impressive. 30. And that's 1 clear. So they're in second place right now. 10 points behind Frozen Felines, but nonetheless, in second. That's top half. Silver Dollars now. They will take down 5. If my math is correct. All the pins start to blur together after time. And it is correct. The Silver Dollars will vault into second with 36. And here comes the Galactic Empire, and they're going to have a huge front. Now look at that one sweeping the one on the front, bottom left. They've got 6 down, and they just miss. They're only going to get 7, and that should put them at 28 and into last place provisionally. And it does. So one of our podium finishers from last time in this event in danger of being eliminated. Valiant Vanilla is coming up next. Let's see if they too are in danger of elimination or if they can stave it off for another set of rounds. Oh, and there's a 7 off the bat for the Valiant Vanillas. And 1 more chipped through, and that'll be 8, and that should at least put them ahead of the Galactic Empire, and maybe that tie for 29. Oh no, it is in that tie for 29. We'll have to see what their lowest frame is for the tiebreaker. I think that might be 5 as well. Maybe 6, actually. They've been pretty balanced. The Thunder Gods, meanwhile, the Thunder Gods potentially in trouble with 28. That puts them in a tie with the Galactic Empire. And so that's the lowest score we've seen thus far. 28, and now Balls of Fire. 7 down. Can they get the split? No, they aim for the right. They stay a little conservative with it. And the Balls of Fire will take 8 down. With 31, that should send them through with 2 teams on 28 and 2 teams on 29. Balls of Fire will be moving on. Golden Lynx is up now, and they will clear out the back. I don't know how they did that. They cleared out the back row, and everybody in the front still standing. And that was not a phenomenal showing from the Golden Lynxes, and that'll drop them at a total of 26. Guaranteed elimination, unfortunately, for Jaguar and Lion. Still chasing that elusive gold medal. Marvelous Mints take down a couple again. Peppermint have to go on cleanup duty. They get, again, down to 7. This time, I think, a little bit of assist Spearmint doubled their points. They got 2 this time instead of 1. And 29, that tiebreaker bubble zone right now, where teams are in danger. I do believe the Blue Moons are the ones with the lowest frame right now, which would put them in last, and there's a spare!
Nice spare!
Moonlight Titans! They will for sure be advancing with a spare to put them at 35! Kronos and Artemis teaming up! Look at that! Kronos, of course, could not participate in this event last time when they suffered that season-ending injury. And there is the eliminated is the Blue Moons, who lose out. The tiebreaker will be eliminated along with the Galactic Empire, the Thunder Gods, and the Golden Lynxes. So now the Frozen Felines get us started in round number 5, and they will take down 8 more to build a cushiony lead of 48. 47. My bad. I only took down 5 and 2. I can't count. Team Eagle now. Falcon and Raptor cannot get a lot done there. Hawk Oh, Hawk did it again! Oh no, after their spare, Hawk's been struggling to keep the heroics up, and they drop a 0 on a wide open board. Team Eagle sits on just 32. They're 16 down on the felines and fading fast. The Bronze Tigers up now will only take down 5? Yeah, to put them at 35, which is ahead of Team Eagle, but also behind the Frozen Felines' impressive mark. The Silver Dollars up now, and they create like a little mini pin, knocking down that 4 wide on the left, and we'll take down a couple more in the middle. Look at that, it kind of just swept their way through on the left there. 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything, depending on who you ask, is where they sit. Now come the Valiant Vanillas, and they will almost get a spare. They do get one more down, but not enough pressure on the right to get that last pin down. But what an impressive shot from Twist. Look at this, how they managed to split it and use the momentum of those pins on the left to careen the final one off. And the Valiant Vanillas take 9 more. And the Balls of Fire, quick succession there. In the blocks to be fired, they take down 6, and they are going to end on 37 after 5 rounds, averaging just a little over 5 per round, a little over 7 per round, about 7.4. As the Marvelous Mints come down next. Oh no! Wide left or wide up the middle, however you want to describe it, the Marvelous Mints just get 6. To end on 35, with their average score being exactly 7 thus far. The Moonlight Titans, fresh off of the spare that sent them to this round, will take down 6, with all of those somewhat spread out, covering a lot of ground for Artemis to hit. They can only take 1 down. They tried to chip those 2, but were just a little bit too far to the left-hand side. And that is round 5, which means once again eliminations on the docket after this upcoming round. Round number 6, as we get the back end view of what it looks like for these competitors staring down the bowling field. And now the Frozen Felines will take down 9. Oh, and that last pin was under pressure but could not fold from the waving pin back and forth in front of them. The Frozen Felines are at 56 and sitting pretty here. And for sure will be making it to the final 4. So that really just leaves 3 spots up for grab. Team Eagle, a desperation attempt. They need a spare here. Can they get it? It's not going to happen. Team Eagle will take down 7 more pins, and I think that'll end them at 39. And I think it's very likely that that's where we see their run in this event end. Unfortunate for the team sitting well down the order, but they will take top half points. Don't get me wrong. Bronze Tigers coming up now with a lot on the board, and they leave 4. And they were going for the big points there. They wanted to just knock down a few, get some insurance, and then set up a hopefully easier spare for Tanner. But Tanner just couldn't do it. He takes down 3. 6 total for the Bronze Tigers. Silver Dollars come through now, trying to chase down the Frozen Felines. Will leave a cluster, a trio of pins down the middle, interestingly enough. And will end on 49. They're only 7 back. I say only, that's a pretty large lead, but it's not insurmountable. So we can see a spare would make a huge change! And there go the Valiant Vanillas!
Nice spare!
Twist gets it done, twisting and turning down the track. Will set the Valiant Vanillas at 54! What a spare! And they're just 2 down from their Frozen counterparts. And yeah, that's a good showing from our defending bowling gold medalists. Of course, we saw that's where they took the lead from the Greenies in Season 4 en route to another championship, their back-to-back season. And we're starting to see the top few run away with this. Balls of Fire sitting at 45 after run number 6. The Marvelous Mints now, I believe that slots Balls of Fire into 3rd place. The Marvelous Mints will leave that split on the board. taking down 6 more. That'll put him at 41. And so now I believe the transfer belongs to the Balls of Fire, or what the Moonlight Titans do right here. Here they come. They take 6 down. They've got 3 in a row on the right. They chip 2 of them. And that'll be 8. Is it enough for the Moonlight Titans to take the 4th transfer spot? 49! It sure is. Balls of Fire, unfortunately, will fall just short of advancing here by my unofficial math. Now it's official. The Balls of Fire, Marvelous Mints, Bronze Tigers, and Team Eagle go no further here. And we've got our top 4. 2 more rounds to determine the gold. It's the Frozen Felines in the lead with 56, but they only knocked down 3. That could be a huge blunder for the Frozen Felines. Oh, I'm sorry, they knocked down 4. Again, counting seems to be difficult for me today, but I'm glad that the referees are on top of it. Silver Dollars now seeing the Felines sitting at 60, take down 8, and they wipe everything clean except for the 2 still standing. Pretty clustered grid at the back there. 57, they sit just 3 down now due to the Silver Dollars. Trying to gain, and a 3 is not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. The Valiant Vanillas now, fresh off of a spare. Oh, down the chute! Twist can't get it done this time. Oh gosh, everybody's coming in really close now. 59, they're within 1 of the Frozen Felines, challenging for the lead. Look at this. The Moonlight Titans now, they're sitting on 49. They knocked down 6. They've got a cluster to the left. Can they hit them down? Oh, just missed. And the Moonlight Titans, I think, will come in at 56. Yes, everybody's within 4. 60, 59, 57, 56. And that's setting up for a thrilling round 8 here. Just 1 final round to go to determine who gets gold in bowling. The Frozen Felines, the leaders, will lead us off. Will take down 6. They've got 3 on the right, 1 on the left, 0 up the middle where they landed. And the Frozen Felines will be ending on executing Order 66. That means the lead is 7 over the Valiant Vanillas. It is 10 over the Silver Dollars, meaning the Silver Dollars would need a spare right here. How clutch would it be? Oh my gosh, they got it!
Nice spare!
The Silver Dollars have taken the lead from the Frozen Felines at their last bowl. Shine with a 10.72. And that puts the ball in their court. The Valiant Vanillas need a spare now. Ow, they almost got it. Oh, that would have been crazy. 2 in a row. They'll fall just short, but I think that means they passed the Frozen Felines, and they do. The Felines have bottled it. They've fallen to 3rd in a matter of seconds. And now the Moonlight Titans need a mammoth effort. They're trying that right now. They know they need the huge spare in order to win. Oh, it's not going to happen. They knew if they went all in off the bat, it most likely wouldn't result in much. So they went for the huge spare. They fall short and they land in 4th with 60. But the Silver Dollars come out of nowhere to get their 2nd spare of the event. 72 points to their name, 68 to the Valiant Vanillas, and 66 for the Frozen Felines. Just a superb showing all around. Congratulations to Shimmer and Shine on top of the podium above Ice and Twist and Red Eye and Green Eye. The Valiant Vanillas, 2-time medalists in bowling now. And the Silver Dollars, the first double gold medalists of the season, have vaulted into the lead over the Marvelous Mints, the Frozen Felines, and the Valiant Vanillas, now making up a more comfortable top 4, 10 points clear of the Galactic Empire and the rest of the field down below. The Purple Rockets fall to last, and them and the Blue Moons, a bronze medal behind everybody. And we thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time in the B-League. For the
first time since Season 3, the relay race will return to the Marble Sports Games, featuring an identical format to what it was all those years ago. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor, and the relay race, a fast-paced thriller, a barn burner between lots and lots of back and forth action, hitting the blocks and trying to keep your competitors and your teammates in lane and in line. The Silver Dollars hold the championship lead following their 4th medal in 8 events thus far. They're the only team to win win multiple gold medals this season, and they sit 12 points clear of the Marvelous Mints and the Frozen Felines. As with seemingly all the head-to-head team events in this season, this will be a bracket-style competition featuring the highest-seeded team and the lowest. And there are our 8 competitors, or 8 heats of competitors, starting with the Silver Dollars taking on the last place Purple Rockets, who would love to try and pull off another upset here as they come flying out of the gate. It's the Silver Dollars in the lead. Look at the chaos. Purple Rockets on the bottom lane, and that's going to be a photo finish at the line. Now look at those, the blocks in the second transfer just not staying on the track, and to the oh, I can't tell who got that. They're fans right next to each other in the stands. It looks like the Silver Dollars hold the lead right here, but the Rockets came oh so close. What do the stewards have to say? 6:37 to 6:38. The Silver Dollars held on by 1/100th of a second. Devastation for the Purple Rockets. Advancement for the championship leaders as the Balls of Fire and the Rainbows up now. Rainbows hold the lead over the Balls of Fire, who are going to try and stretch it on the bottom's front home stretch. Something. And the Rainbows will be advancing. Balls of Fire, of course, won gold in curling 2 events ago. They've had an okay showing this season outside of that, as the Rainbows with a 6:38 will advance. And now, the Valiant Vanillas and the Greenies, they find themselves head-to-head yet again. The Greenies looking to get the better of the 2-time Marble Sports Games champions, and they hold the lead for now. The Valiant Vanillas, trailing behind, will not make a run. And the Greenies start the second half out with the top half finish. They take down their rivals, the Valiant Vanillas, who had won a few medals coming into this one. And the new team, Clover, Fern, Palm, and Green, will advance. The Galactic Empire taking on the Golden Lynxes now in our 4th heat of 8. And it's the Golden Lynxes out in front. Galactic pulls it together in the transfer, but is not going to be able to catch them down the line. And the Golden Lynxes are advancing to the quarterfinals. 6:52 is the slowest time to advance we've seen thus far. 6:59 might be the slowest time of the day for the Galactic Empire. But nonetheless, the Golden Lynxes moving on. The Marvelous Mints, the number 2 seed, taking on the Blue Moons, really looking to get anything going here in the second half. They're starting it off in the lead, but the final transfer to Spearman puts the Mints down and through. Look at this, the Blue Moons had it, and the Marvelous Mints had it, then the Blue Moons had it, and then the Marvelous Mints took it on the most important transfer of them all, and they will advance. Wow, that was back and forth the entire time. They switched every transfer. 6:29, a stupendous showing from the Marvelous Mints to advance. The Berry Brilliance now taking on the Thunder Gods. And out of the gate, Berry Brilliance with the quick lead, but it shifts. And oh my gosh! The Thunder Gods give them a run for their money down the line. The Berry Brilliance seemed to be in command that entire race. Not by much, but look at this. They start to stretch it on the final transfer, and the Thunder Gods, out of nowhere, will beat them by 1/100th of a second. Oh my gosh, the Berry Brilliance bottle it. Frozen Felines and Team Eagle now. They're like, oh gosh, as long as we don't do that bad, we should be fine. It is Yellow Eye in the lead, looks like, and now comes Team Eagle. Team Eagle out of nowhere.
And the Frozen Felines on the bottom couple of transfers lose out. This is where Team Eagle starts to take the lead, and the final transfer is too smooth. They will advance over the Frozen Felines, 641 to 658. Not good for the third place team as Team Eagle pulls off another upset. The Moonlight Titans and the Bronze Tigers in our final heat now. They're neck and neck through 2, neck and neck through 3, neck and neck through 4. Who's gonna take it? I don't know. That was an exhilarating heat. Neck and neck the whole way through. Nobody got any real lead. It looks like the Titans may be there, but look at this. They are lockstep with each other into the catch tray. We're gonna have to slow this down for a photo finish. Oh man, I can't tell who got that. What do we got? It's a tie! We've got a tie here in the heat number 8. The Moonlight Titans and Bronze Tigers. Oh, they're gonna go one more time. They asked for one more chance. The ref said, yeah, like how the hell are we supposed to leave? And here we go again. Oh my gosh. First time maybe in Marvel Sports Games history. This time the Bronze Tigers are wasting no time. And they're gonna hold it. Yeah, the Bronze Tigers are moving on. Moonlight Titans might have to be ushered out. They will take 9th place automatically because it went to a tiebreaker. So the Moonlight Titans will take 7 points, as you can see there, even though they would have only gotten 1 less with their initial time. But the Purple Rockets, Blue Moons, Galactic Empire bringing up the rear in this one. As you can see, our quarterfinals now, the Silver Dollars and the Rainbows. Silver Dollars in the lead, and they're gone! And the Rainbows are going to the semis by virtue of just finishing the race. The second transition to the third marble, Silver Dollars just didn't have it. And they are gone. Rainbows with a 636 will be facing the winner of this. The Greenies and the Golden Lynxes are hosts, looking for redemption here in the relay race. They won this event back in Season 3, and they too are gone! Oh my gosh, the quarterfinals are coming up empty for the top lane. And this time they lose it on the final transfer. The Greenies just leapt off the track. And the Golden Lynxes will take it. 6:47. They have not had the fastest times of the event by any stretch of the imagination, but they are in the semifinals. The Marvelous Mints and the Thunder Gods now. The Mints on the top lane, and the Thunder Gods on the top. Wait, what happened there? Hold on a minute. Am I seeing things, or did they switch lanes? Oh no! It's going to be ruled a false start. They were not placed properly in the starting gates. And we're going to run that one over because could have been a little bit of sabotage there by either team trying to slow down their competitors. And this time they're all placed in the correct lanes, and the Marvelous Mints will again stretch it. Feeling a little vindicated, they will move on to the semifinals. And just an honest mistake by the referees setting them up in the wrong lanes. They probably told them, hey, you're in this one, and they swapped it around. But the Mints will pretty handily beat the Thunder Gods and will face the winner of Team Eagle and the Bronze Tigers. Of course, the latter of which got here on the tiebreaker. The former upset the Frozen Felines, and they're neck and neck. Oh no, are we going to have this happen again? No, we're not, because Team Eagle is not going to finish. 3/4 of the quarterfinals will not have 2 finishers. The Bronze Tigers will advance, and they will face the Marvelous Mints. 3 DNFs. Greenies and Team Eagle finished DNF'd on the third transfer. Silver Dollars the second, so the Silver Dollars will take 8th place. But here we go for a spot in the finale. It's the Rainbows and the Golden Lynxes. The winner is guaranteed a medal, and out of the gate the Golden Lynxes hold the lead, but they switch it to the Rainbows, and they're running away with it. The Rainbows will move on for their shot at potentially getting a gold medal. The Golden Lynxes Once again, their namesake eludes them, but they still have a shot at the bronze medal. And they will face the loser of the other semifinal between the Marvelous Mints and the Bronze Tigers. This could be huge for the Marvelous Mints to capitalize on the Silver Dollar's shortcomings in this event, and they hold the early lead over the Tigers. Can they hold it down the home stretch? They will! The Marvelous Mints are going to the final. What a job by them to get there. Bronze Tigers, of course, got through the tiebreaker, but just fell short of advancing here. And now the winner of this event is guaranteed to get their second gold medal of the season. But before that, it's the third place match between two cat teams, the Bronze Tigers and the Golden Lynxes. Out of the gate, the Golden Lynxes hold the lead, and it's a huge burst of speed. The Tigers claw it back, but it's too little too late. The gold wins the bronze, and the Bronze Tigers find themselves just off the podium in fourth. 6:41 the Golden Lynxes time, and they will take home another medal here in these games. Congratulations to them. The Bronze Tigers, oh so close, but will just miss out. And now, for the final, for their second gold medal for either one of them, it's the Rainbows, it's the Marvelous Mints, and it's the Mints in the lead. The Rainbows take it on the top lane. We saw them do that to the Golden Lynxes, and now we see them win gold in the relay race. The Marvelous Mints, that third transition was just a little too clumsy, and they will fall 12 hundredths back of the top step of the podium. Congratulations to the Rainbows. That's their second gold, joining their one from balancing. And look at those times, very consistent, nothing above 6:38. And the Lynx's times, not the prettiest, but hey, it got the job done. It got them to third place, where they sit on the podium just below the Marvelous Mints and the Rainbows. And as we take a look at the overall standings, it's a tie for the lead. The Silver Dollars and Marvelous Mints sit on 113 apiece. And the Silver Dollars hold the tiebreaker. The Rainbows vault up into third over the Valley Vanillas, Frozen Felines, Moonlight Titans, Very Brilliant, and Galactic Empire rounding out the top half. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, everybody, at Event 10. An event that has appeared in every season except for Season 4, Speed Skating returns now with a twist. Literally, there are turns in speed skating this time for the first time. It's been a straight track every single season thus far, but now, as you can see, there'll be a little bit more of strategy that our competitors must master. An event the Greenies, our hosts, traditionally excel at. They have stacked the second half with events of that type, hoping to prevent another infamous collapse. And I'd say it's working, but that would imply they have a lead to begin with right now. And they don't. As you can see, they sit in 13th down in the standings, about 53 points down of the Silver Dollars and the Marvelous Mints, who remain tied for the lead after the relay race. The Greenies will get us started against the Rainbows. Both Green and Red Orange have won this event before. Green in Season 3 and the reunion. Red Orange back in Season 2. And out of the gate, the Rainbows take the early lead. The Greenies, though, claw it back around the curves and will stretch it. And actually jip their way through the finish line right there. Our hosts winning early. It looked like they were slow out of the gate, but they made up the ground across the turn and will take a 7:30 to advance over the captain of the Rainbows. And they have to be thinking, man, that's a tough draw, taking the Greenies out of the gate. A team that has faced them in semifinals and finals before. Team Eagle will send Raptor. The Silver Dollars will send Sparkle. Sparkle also a winner in this event, trailing Raptor into the curves. Will have to make a claw back, and they take the lead down the stretch, and the Silver Dollars will win on the bottom lane. Team Eagle's best result in speed skating was a third back in the Season 1 B-League, so it has been a while for them. Sparkle won back in Season 2 over the previously eliminated Red Orange. two more captains here in heat number 3 as Vanilla and Zeus of the Valiant Vanillas and Thunder Gods respectively, as Vanilla takes a huge jump out of the gate. The Thunder Gods aren't even close to catching them right now. They probably made up a bit of ground down the stretch, but it was way too little too late to catch the Valiant Vanillas. 7:43 to 7:71 will be Zeus's finally eliminated time. Well, times really only matter for the bottom half as Lynx and Celine, the Golden Lynxes and Moonlight Titans, two teams debuting in the Mid-Season Madness tournament, will make their way around the stretch. The Golden Lynxes hold the lead. Can the Moonlight Titans make the charge? And they do! The Moonlight Titans come out of nowhere to take the victory and advancement away from the Golden Lynxes. And that was a stellar comeback. The Moonlight Titans, of course, lost the tiebreaker to the Bronze Tigers last time out in the relay race. This time they were taking no chances and will take down the Golden Lynxes. You can see the perspective shift to the Golden Lynxes, stunned at their collapse in speed skating. The Blue Moons and the Frozen Felines Eclipse actually won this event last season for the Blue Moons. Raiders holding the lead, trying to hold on against Red Eye, but it is not going to happen. Red Eye remains perfect in top half finishes in their career in the Marble Sports Games. Crater almost took them down, but it could not hold it down to the line. They will sit stunned now, watching as the Frozen Felines will continue their run, and the Blue Moons wallowing down the bottom of the order. Two reserves here, Tanner and Cyrus, a little bit slow out of the gate for both of them, a little bit more so for Tanner. They're neck and neck. Cyrus holds the lead now and is going to take it to the line for the Galactic Empire. Another winner of this event back in Season 1, that was Starry, not Cyrus, who's still searching for their first individual medal in these games outside of the reunion, where they podiumed in the sprint. The Berry Brilliance now will take on the Balls of Fire, two captains this time between Raspberry and Fireball, and again, top lane slow out of the gate is Raspberry. The Balls of Fire hold the lead commandingly, will advance. That was not particularly close, and the Berry Brilliance are starting to unravel here in the second half. Of course, the funnels looming in the distance will be a bit of a reprieve, I'm sure, if their funnel tournament results are anything to go by. But an 8:07 will put them in dead last, I believe. And the Berry Brilliants are a little stunned right now. The Marvelous Mints and the Purple Rockets in our final heat now with Spearmint and Saucer. And it's the Purple Rockets who jump out of the gun early, trying to catch the Marvelous Mints. And they were going to go lockstep to the line, and the Purple Rockets have advanced. What a job there from the Purple Rockets to hold down the fort, make the comeback, and take down one of the championship leaders in the Marvelous Mints. 200ths of a second. It's all the difference. The Marvelous Mints are the fastest of the rest. See, 2 times there on 771 will take 2 10th place finishes. Down to the Berry Brilliance in last. The Greenies, our hosts, the Silver Dollars, our championship leaders, who will maintain a lead over the Marvelous Mints for sure now, since they got eliminated. Can they maintain a lead against everybody else? They're lockstep through the turns, but at the exit of them, it's the Greenies on top. And undoubtedly, Green advances to the semifinals in speed skating. I believe this has happened every time since Season 3. And Green with an impressive showing, 746 over 773 from Sparkle. And the Greenies starting to feel it now. They're sitting in 13th going into this. Will they have a shot at taking on their rivals, the Valiant Vanillas? Or will the Moonlight Titans play spoiler and say not so fast? The Vanillas hold the lead, and again a commanding victory as they take down the Moonlight Titans and will advance to take on their rivals in the semifinals. Vanilla doing a stellar job blowing their competition out of the water thus far. They're going to drop a 753 here compared to Celine's 774. the Frozen Felines and the Galactic Empire. Red-Eye versus Cyrus here in the third quarterfinal, and it's Red-Eye who jumps the gun quickly and stretches the lead over the Galactic Empire, and it's not going to be particularly close again. And the Frozen Felines will advance to the semifinals. If you can get a quicker exit out of that second turn and onto the straightaway, you can set yourself up nicely. And Red-Eye advances with a 768 and will face the winner of the Balls of Fire and the Purple Rockets. Fireball and Saucer lined up in the gate. It is Fireball quickly into the lead, stretching it over Saucer, who's going to make a game out of it at the line, but it will not be enough to topple the Balls of Fire. May have gotten them past the mints, but the Fireball and the rest of the Balls of Fire will deny them advancement, trying to stake their claim in a title fight, and the Purple Rockets just trying to avoid last place, a distinction they're dubiously dueling the Blue Moons for at the present. So this will be a pretty familiar top four to the event, as the Purple Rockets, Silver Dollars, Moonlight Titans, and Galactic Empire go no further. Green versus Vanilla, we've seen it dozens of times before. Oh, the Vanilla's slow out of the gate. And we're gonna let you know when they come around to finish this race. The Greenies are in the final and will get a medal. That's not a false start, that's a skill issue. And the Valiant Vanillas are going to be playing in the bronze medal match instead of for the gold. As you can see, rocking back and forth these two rivals. A lot of respect for one another as they continue to meet over the years, and the Greenies get the better of the two-time champions this time. It's the Frozen Felines, it's the Balls of Fire. Can fire melt ice, or will they triumph here in speed skating? Red-Eye with a little bit of a lead. Can Fireball claw it back down the front stretch? Oh, they might have. I don't know. It depends on when they hit that button or the finish line there. Red-Eye definitely held the lead. The question is, could Fireball tie it and surpass it? No! 1/100th of a second down to the final section of Skyrail. The Frozen Felines stave off elimination, and we'll watch the Valiant Vanillas and the Balls of Fire. Can Ice trump Fire for a second time in a row? The Valiant Vanillas would like to make that happen, and they're cruising in the top lane for a bronze. The Balls of Fire, unfortunately, will lose 2 rounds in a row. The only team to do so because of just how the bracket style is set up. Vanilla wins bronze for the two-time champions. And they're certainly thrilled with that. It takes a little bit of the sting out of losing to their rivals. But now, the Greenies, the Frozen Felines, for the gold here. Can the hosts get on the board with their first gold medal of the season? For the Felines, it would be their second. It's the Greenies to the lead. I don't even see Red-Eye. The Greenies are going to cruise to their first gold medal as the hosts. And they will stand triumphant atop the podium for the first time in a long, long time. Congratulations to the Greenies. What's the time gap here? 7:28. Red-Eye clawed it back at the end to 7:81, but they weren't even in frame for a little bit. The Greenies were just that dominant for their third speed skating gold. The MRC taking it all in. What a track. A little bit of a action to spice it up with the curves, and as we saw, the Greenies absolutely mastered it. Green over Red-Eye over Vanilla. 3 marbles accustomed to the podium here in the Marble Sports Games with their second medal for Red-Eye of the season. And the Silver Dollars lead will be 3 over the Marvelous Mints. The Felines do jump up into second, just ahead of the Valiant Vanillas. The Felines are the third over the Vanillas. The Rainbows, Moonlight Titans, Galactic Empire, and the Greenies have come knocking into the top half here with 6 events to go. We'll see you next time, everybody. I'm the Emperor. debutante event of Marble Sports Games Season 6, following the Tack Track, the Biathlon makes its Marble Sports Games debut here as event number 11. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The event that will maybe start to make and break some championship contenders and some championship pretenders here, as the Silver Dollars would eye up their first Marble Sports Games championship right now, not including the reunion, over the Marvelous Mints, Frozen Felines, and Valiant Vanillas. Some familiar faces at the top of the standings. The Biathlon, pretty simple. It is kind of a relay race format with two different elements, the Gravitrax and the Skyrail, in which teams will descend as fast as possible. So if you remember back in Season 1, there was a relay race of this magnitude. It is not a head-to-head style, clearly. It is one team at a time, and there is no advancement. It is just be the fastest team to the bottom. And instead of having a shooting range or something else at the bottom that would take points off, the biathlon is characterized by two different segments. A little bit different than some other custom comps. The Greenies are first runners down, laying out the benchmark time of 16:55. We will have to see how that stacks up to the rest of the field as the event progresses. The Greenies won gold last event to vault into the top half of the standings and are looking to crawl their way up into the title fight. The Blue Moons are looking to crawl their way out of last place after a disastrous first half to their title defense. They're now in event number 11 and looking to pick up the pace and see if they can salvage any respectable finish here. They're flying down the front stretch here, are the Blue Moons, and that could bode well for them in terms of points. 16:42 will best the Greenies' time and will put the Blue Moons into first place out of 2. Again, we'll see how these times stack up. They could end up being 15th and 16th for all we know. The Rainbows now will be our third runners. They run in the order of qualification, or auto qualification in the case of these first 4 teams. The Rainbows finished second last season at the Bronze Tigers games in Season 5. Of course, a pretty good Skyrail team. Red Orange has done well in speed skating. They unfortunately got bounced in the opening round this season, although they did end up facing the Greenies that round, so it could have just been luck of the draw. But 16:73 means that the Rainbows sit in third of 3 and guarantee a couple more points at least for the Blue Moons. The Frozen Felines up now with Green Eye in the gate. Their captain Cyanide waiting in the anchor position to bring home the Skyrail section. So they come flying out here. Oh, a little bit of a slow handoff to Cyanide, who comes careening into the Skyrail and will have to buzz it down the front stretch. That did not look like a superb showing from the Frozen Felines. Another medalist from speed skating, one event ago. Their time, 16:92, is in fact last place, half a second adrift of the Blue Moons. So through 4, you're kind of starting to see a benchmark laid down, as Team Eagle will be our 5th runner in this event. Oh, and look at this. This is the lead marble following the second to that transition. That is not illegal. That is a mechanism the referees have allowed to pass. Anything illegal would be a false start, an early jump, if you will. So if that transition marble left before getting dislodged, or careening off the track. And in the event of that, each team gets one more opportunity to salvage their run. Although Team Eagle's not going to be able to salvage much with a 17:06. They sit in dead last now, 5th of 5. The Bronze Tigers step into the gate now with our 6th run of the day. And they're zooming through that second handoff, looking to pick up some speed with 1 to go. Can Captain Tiggy come through in the clutch? It's a slow start around the sky rail. And they're going to be straight and true at the end, waiting for timing and scoring to flash the position of which they are sitting in now through 6. And it's 4th. They're just in the bottom half of current runners, although not bad by any stretch of the imagination. The Silver Dollars now, our championship leaders, step up to bat with a chance to pad their lead a little bit. Of course, the Marvelous Mints have not gone yet. Oh, and the Silver Dollars, oh, they left early! The Silver Dollars left early. Have to see if that gets flagged by the referees for a false start. And I do believe that this is going to be a null and void run. Let's look at the replay here on the transition. Coming around the bend, that third marble, the Silver Dollars jumped the gun just a tad. And the referees, making their decision, have awarded a false start to the Silver Dollars and will give them one more opportunity to complete this track. Been pretty clean thus far. They will make it to the transition smoothly this time. Now it's all up to their captain to finish around the bend as quickly as possible. Make up for the lost time. So that first run now has no implications on their standings. This is the only one that will be scored, and with the 1683, they'll sit in 5th place out of 7, meaning they will not probably pad their lead too much. And it's now up to what the Marvelous Mints will do later on in this event. The Galactic Empire will mark the halfway point here. Nova sitting in the blocks, waiting to be released, and they're going to transition pretty smoothly. Maybe a little slow around those curves. We've got one section to go. Can Captain Cosmo bring it home? It's not a speedy run right now. Could definitely be a little bit faster in the latter portion of that track. And that transition, again, not the smoothest. 1725 is actually last. I didn't think it was a barn burner, but I didn't think it was dead last either. I stand corrected. We get a marble's eye view of the track now. Lots of twisting and turning and back and forthing. The camera struggles to maintain a full glare into the marble section. As there you can see, the sky rail is pretty straightforward at least. The Valiant Vanillas up now in run number 9 of 16. The Vanillas sitting in 4th in the overall standings. Would love another good finish here. And they're into the sky rail. Vanilla in a blizzard, in a flurry, down to the line to try and salvage some points. Of course, every time the team in front of you lays down the last place time, you're always thankful for that, to be able to be like, the bar's low, what can we do? And in the case of the Valiant Vanillas, what can we do is first place with a 16:15. And the gap between first and last is now over a full second. The Berry Brilliance up now after a rough stretch of events, looking to get back on track. They were a very... watch out, cameraman. Very herky-jerky in that section there, and they are slow to a crawl here as they come around the sky rail, picking up speed down the front stretch. They're going to come through in dead last with a 17:33. No replay on that because of the camera mishap, but I'm not sure the Berry Brilliance wanted a recap after that performance anyways. The Thunder Gods now, run number 11. And Zeus will be the one with the hammer down the stretch. Lost to the Valiant Vanillas in speed skating on this track. One event ago. It looks like they're going to be a little bit quicker this time around. At least a little quicker than the Berry Brilliance, perhaps.
Thunder Gods, in fact, will be just one spot off of the podium with a 16:63, which is a provisional P4. And they're pretty happy with that one. The Balls of Fire now. Fireball, Firestorm, Fire Blast, and Firestar. Of course, fell just short of a medal in speed skating, and are going to fall just short of advancing to the next transfer here in the biathlon. They've got one more opportunity, because this will be a false start, although more of a DNF false start than a jumping the gun like what the Silver Dollars did. But nonetheless, they will have one more opportunity to fix this situation, and they will gladly take it. This one's smooth thus far, and they can get the transition down. One more to go to the captain, and they are smooth into the sky rail. Round and around down the bend, the Balls of Fire. We'll have to see how that time shakes out. Had an okay season thus far. Of course, their highlight coming back in curling when they took down the Silver Dollars, and they're now in provisional third with a 16:54. So they are in a medal spot right now. The Blue Moons still leading the way, I believe. I'm sorry, the Valiant Vanillas over the Blue Moons. And then the Balls of Fire. That's your provisional podium. As the Golden Lynxes up next is our final four runs of the event. Podium spots starting to get locked up. Not quite yet, with 4 runners to go. Do the Golden Lynxes have anything to say about that? It's not looking like a blazing run on the sky rail, although they do come in a hurry at the end, chasing down their prey perhaps. And the Lynxes around. That final transition's been a little slow for some teams. They're in 8th, which is not bad, but it's not going to challenge for a medal. So now with 3 runners to go with the Marvelous Mints up, whoever leads after this one will be guaranteed a medal. And the Mints come out of the gate like a cannon. Look at this, the Marvelous Mints are speeding their way through the Gravitrack section and onto the sky rail where Spearman is gone in a flash. Around the bend, and this has the making of a very spectacular run for the Marvelous Mints. I think it's definitely going to be up there. Can it challenge the Valiant Vanillas? It's going to be 400ths of a second adrift, but it is a stellar showing to put the Mints into P2. The Vanillas now are guaranteed a medal. The Blue Moons in 3rd, desperately hoping for their first one of the season, and it's now the Moonlight Titans who are up next. Not as fast out of the gate, visibly, in comparison to the Marvelous Mints. They've got one transition left. How will they handle it? Oh no! They're crawling through the shadows of the night. Oh, somebody take Kronos' hand. Tell him it'll be alright. That was a disastrous transition at the end. A real bottle job by the Moonlight Titans. That might be the slowest time of the day. Look at that. There was a roll back to catch it. 18:03. OMG, that's not a good run. The Moonlight Titans dead last. Dead silent in the sands, too. Now, the Purple Rockets, the other basement dweller with the Blue Moons right now, the only thing stopping them from getting a medal, and they know that they're trying with blazing speed and passion to get through this one. And the Purple Rockets challenge for a medal. Looks like a pretty solid showing. I don't know if it's as outstanding as the top 2, who were pretty leaps and bounds clear of everybody else. But the Rockets have some potential here. What will timing and scoring say? P12. 17:01, in fact. And that run looked a lot faster than it was. But what that means is the Valiant Vanillas have won gold, the Marvelous Mints have won silver, and the Blue Moons
will take home the bronze, of course, over the Balls of Fire with another 4th place finish, and the Greenies in 5th for our hosts, the Moonlight Titans, well adrift at the back of the pack. Congratulations, Vanillas, for their first gold medal of the season. The Marvelous Mints, their second silver, I think. The Blue Moons in 3rd. Look at this. It's actually the 3rd silver for the Marvelous Mints, who now take the lead. The Vanillas are into 2nd. Silver Dollars have dropped 2 spots. The Greenies, lo and behold, making their way up to 6th. And the Balls of Fire have found themselves in the top half. Blue Moons out of last place with that bronze. And this is shaping up to be a thrilling finale with 5 events to go. I'm the Emperor. We'll see you next time.
For the first time in Marvel Sports Games history, Funnel Endurance is going to be a duo event. And also, for the first time in Marvel Sports Games history, I've got a guest up here in the commentary booth. I'm the Emperor, and I'm joined by the one and only
Quack. Hello everyone, it is a delight to be here for Marvel Sports Games Season 6. Right now the Marvelous Mints at the top of the standings at the moment. The Valiant Vanillas have shot up into 2nd place, trying to get their 3rd championship, and the Silver Dollars still fighting for it, as today we have the Duo Funnels.
It's basically Funnel Endurance, except now you have a partner on your team, 2 representatives in heats of 4, and the goal is to last the longest on the track. There are the 4 heats broken up by qualification order. As you can see on the left, our first heat, the Greenies, Blue Moons, Rainbows, and the Frozen Felines. Those are all the auto-qualified teams from this season. And it is just get the longest time possible. So if your first marble drops a dart, but your second one can carry the weight at the back, you can still get a solid showing. No advancement, it is just longest, slowest time on the board.
Right now, it looks like the Blue Moons are off to a great start. Their 2 marbles are not even on camera right now up in that top funnel. Meanwhile, the Rainbows and the Greenies not able to say the same. It looks like the Frozen Felines not off to a great start. The Rainbows already looking like they're about to lose their first marble, and they do. Their second also not looking good. I don't think they're going to be getting a great result here. The Blue Moons, though, might be trying to finally redeem themselves. They already got their first medal of the season last event. They're trying to get another one here. The Greenies, our hosts, doing a great job as well, but I don't think they will be able to get second in this heat. No, they will not. The Blue Moons getting a clean sweep, though. A great job for our reigning champions.
Lots of segmentation here. Look at this. 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, and 7th and 8th. No overlap. All the teams finished in order. I don't know. I don't really expect to see that with the starting gates the way it was set up, but this is phenomenal work from the Blue Moons, who I know it's only been 1 heat, but will probably put themselves in medal contention off the bat, unless we see something along the likes of the Berry Brilliance, what they did in the funnel tournament. But look at this. Great job. The Greenies will take 3rd and 4th, and the Blue Moons times 54.53 and 47.95. So you combine the scores of the teams, and the Blue Moons benchmark is 102.48.
That's an amazing time. It barely even fits on the graphic. As now we move on to Heat 2, Team Eagle, the Bronze Tigers, Silver Dollars, and the Galactic Empire in this one. And down they come. Several of these teams have a lot of experience in this kind of event. Even Team Eagle have done great in this event before. But right now it looks like the Bronze Tigers are off to a poor start. But the other 3, all the neutrals, doing a great job in that top funnel. The Silver Dollars have the advantage right now, and they definitely want to have that advantage. We're getting later into the season. The championship is coming into view, and right now they want to get every point they can to gain on the Mints and the Vanillas. Right now the Bronze Tigers still struggling. Team Eagle also have one down there. It looks like they might be getting the first finisher. The Bronze Tigers not looking good as well. It looks like the Silver Dollars are really spread out. But now that one marble has lost the lead, Team Eagle has the advantage on them, as do the Galactic Empire. Team Eagle has already lost one member. It's not looking good for them. The Silver Dollars now, looks like both of them are going to fall through. At the very least, they both got top half in this heat, but I don't think they'll be getting a great result here. But Team Eagle are holding wide of the Galactic Empire, and I think they will be getting the best marble of this heat.
You mentioned Team Eagle, good in this event before. Eagle actually won this event back in Season 2, the last time that Team Eagle was in the A-League in the Marvel Sports Games. Galactic Empire also finished on that podium with their coach as the representative, Luna. Well, they will get the top 2 in this round. Silver Dollars got the only 2 finishers in the top half, so we'll have to see a lot more even distribution, plus the Bronze Tigers, who will take 6th and 8th. Not good for Tigger and Tiggy, but everybody else probably getting some solid points. We'll have to see if it can stack up to 102, and it does not. Team Eagle, first in the heat, P3 overall with an 87. And as you can see, our third heat now, the Valiant Vanillas, the Berry Brilliants, the Thunder Gods, and the Balls of Fire. 2 funnel tournament teams. The Thunder Gods, of course, have done well on it before, and the Berry Brilliants, well, I don't really need to say much about that.
Looks like the Berry Brilliants, unsurprisingly, off to a good start here with that one marble in the lead right now. The Thunder Gods, though, cannot say the same. Considering they're one of those teams with funnel experience, it is not looking fun for them down there in those lower blue funnels. The Berry Brilliants trying to get the upper hand on that one Balls of Fire marble to try and get a clean sweep here. It might be one of the only teams we see today challenge the Blue Moons, as it looks like the Valiant Vanillas have both of their marbles down to that final funnel. It might be too late for them. The Thunder Gods have already lost one marble. The Berry Brilliants are trying to sweep this heat, but it's just not happening, with that one Thunder Gods marble now getting in their way. The Balls of Fire lose their next 2. They did a pretty solid job, but now suddenly the Berry Brilliants almost able to juke past, but now the Thunder Gods are trying to usurp them for the lead. I don't think they will, but still the Berry Brilliants looking great here as per usual in funnel events, and I think they might be a challenger here to the Blue Moons, depending on how these times shake out.
That's exactly it. Did that first one get a longer time than the Blue Moons? I think it's got to be up there. I mean, their expertise in this event. The Thunder Gods, though, Pollock's putting up a pretty solid showing there to take 2nd in the round, and then the Balls of Fire and Valiant Vanillas, an event they might want to forget, and that's not good for the team in 2nd place. We saw the Silver Dollars sitting a little bit behind, and the Berry Brilliants with a 53 and 46. By my unofficial math, I think that's a little short. It is. 132 is still a fantastic showing, but it is not first place. The Blue Moons still hold the lead. Golden Lynxes, Marvelous Mints, the Moonlight Titans, and the Purple Rockets are championship leaders in this round, along with the Golden Lynxes, Purple Rockets, and the Moonlight Titans. Can the Mints lay down the gauntlet?
It looks like they're off to a great start right now with that one marble in the top. They're trying to get ahead in this championship battle. They've already seen a couple of contenders fall toward the mid-pack. Meanwhile, the Purple Rockets are not looking like they're doing a great job here, nor the Golden Lynxes. Really no one here is challenging except for the Marvelous Mints. They have those 2 wider of the rest, but I think that's the Moonlight Titans that have won, doing a great job right now. The Purple Rockets have already lost one, the Golden Lynxes as well. There goes that one Moonlight Titans marble, and at this point I think the Marvelous Mints might be challenging here. They have 2 still going, but they don't have the lead right now, and I'm not sure how these times are shaking out. But considering that one Moonlight Titans marble is staying so wide of the rest, I'm not sure if the Marvelous Mints have the time they need to contend for a medal. We'll have to see, but the Titans are just racking up this time as much as possible. We'll see if that's enough, considering that other marble fell through earlier, but it looks like the Blue Moons might have this one in the bag.
Yeah, again, it all depends on the times, but I can tell you the Golden Lynxes and Purple Rockets will not be competing for medals in this one. It is up to the Marvelous Mints. With the Silver Dollars and Valiant Vanillas off the podium, they have a little bit of breathing room, but a medal here could really start to ice it. Moonlight Titans with the winning marble, but again, that earlier one dropped through. What are the times going to be? 52-13 from Atlas. The Marvelous Mints are not even going to top 90, so with 87-33, they fall just short of the podium in 4th. And that means that somehow the Blue Moons have returned. With a 102-48, they win gold.
The Blue Moons, the reigning champions, standing on top of the podium once again. It's been a long time since they've been able to say that. The Berry Brilliants, unsurprising to see them. And the Greenies pulling off a miracle here in the back half of the season. Very impressive for all 3 of these podium teams, celebrating up there once again.
So we head to the overall standings. 152, it's a bronze medal clear of the Silver Dollars. Doing the over jump, the Valiant Vanillas. Not a lot of changing in the top half, but the Berry Brilliants are up 4 and the Blue Moons up 1. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned next time for the Elimination Race. We are officially into the home stretch of Marble Sports Games Season 6. as event number 13, the Elimination Race, returns once more. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor, and once again, the Elimination Race, the 13th event on the calendar. That's the third time in a row it has done that, and it is an absolute barn burner. We saw this event won by the Dodgers last season over the Purple Rockets and Bronze Tigers. And while King silently may not be with us for this one, the latter two, sitting down in the standings for sure in 16th and 12th respectively, would certainly love another medal. The Marvelous Mints running away with it right now over the silver dollars, and then a gaggle of teams competing for the championship. Still up for grabs. Everyone still has a shot. As you can see the lineup here from Shrub down to Sulfur of the Elimination Race participants. It is simple. Don't get last. As long as you are able to finish not last in your group, you will advance to the next round. And I'm anticipating a few DNFs in these opening rounds, and oh gosh, there's many of them. The farthest one up the course is going to be, is that the Balls of Fire? I do believe Fire Blast is blasting off again, or not really, they might have had a misfire this time. And there's the Valiant Vanilla snipped through the cracks over there in between the track and the snowflake hexagonal section at the end. And it looks like the Balls of Fire are no more in this event, and they will bow out quickly. And it's as simple as that. Just don't get last. This event, a long-standing one in the Marvel Sports games. We've seen numerous of these competitors podium before. Let's see, Red Eye, one of those competitors. Team Eagle won the B-League edition last season, and it is not a matter of finishing first again, but maybe some of these teams trying to conserve some energy, but maybe a little too much energy from the Rainbows, who finished in third in the Season 3 Elimination Race, the first of its kind in the Marvel Sports games, and just could not get anything going off that side of the track right there, and Blue Indigo falls here. The Rainbows had that promising start at the beginning of the season. They won a couple of gold medals thus far, and they're sitting in the middle of the field, looking up and probably falling after this event. In the back right now, it's the Blue Moons, and is that the Purple Rockets back there, maybe? You got the Thunder Gods and Galactic Empire stalled in the snowflakes, but farther back, it's the Purple Rockets and the Moonlight Titans. The Rockets farther back, and they're not going to be able to defend their medal here in the Elimination Race. And they still are in pursuit of their first of the season, and they have never finished with less than 3 medals in their 2 seasons in the A-League thus far. And to do that this time, they're now gonna have to go back to back to back to end it out, as Sulfur cannot get through here and falls short. Moonlight Titans, of course, barely staving off elimination there. As you can see them on the close side, looking to get a little better finish this time. They're sitting in the back of the field, but they get by Red Eye, who gets past, and now the Very Brilliants have fallen to a stop, and they're stuck in the Moonlight Titans again. Sit just 1 stone's throw away from elimination, and they will survive on the heels of another DNF, this time from the Berry Brilliants, whose brilliant performance in the Duo Funnel Endurance does not carry over the Elimination Race. Raz and abound on the course and unable to advance any further. And then there were 11 remaining competitors, including a lot of the championship contenders. The Marvelous Mints, the championship leaders, still in play right now. At the back, it's the Thunder Gods looking to gain ground. Can they get by anybody? They can! It's the Bronze Tigers! And our entire podium from last season is now eliminated. The final 2, Red Eye, the Frozen Felines representative, and the Bronze Tigers. Go look at this. They're both in the middle right now. Red Eye gets pinballed. The Tigers get through, but they cannot get them out of the corner, and the pit maneuver from the Tigers doesn't work and costs them advancement. Top 10 now.
Whoever loses this one will get 6 points, but still top 10. We'll take it. And it's the Silver Dollars, I believe. The Silver Dollars, the second place runners, looking to get by a few teams, and they're going to get by one. And finally, the Moonlight Titans' luck has run out, unfortunately for them. Only now, in the end, when it is too late, do they understand that you cannot DNF your way through every round and expect to keep advancing. But props to the Titans, Rhea, for getting through in 11th. My bad. I can't count sometimes. And now, as we continue to move on, the Valiant Vanillas hold the lead, duking it back and forth with Thunderbird, and the Thunder Gods here through the Marvelous Mints. And oh my gosh, the Golden Lynxes get dislodged, but 3 teams in the corner don't. Team Eagle, no match for the power of the 2 marbles ahead of them, and they will fall through here. Eagle, of course, won the event in the B-League last season. That was one of their 2 gold medals to end the season back-to-back, where they rattled off a second-place finish in the B-League just behind the Lattes. We'll see them next B-League, as there you can see Eagle falling just short. The Blue Moons are starting to put it together. Their title defense has been subpar, admittedly, but they had back-to-back medals coming out of the last event, and now with one more round victory here, they'll get another top half. It could be a huge haul of points for them. Our hosts, the Greenies, we haven't mentioned them much. This event will continue to move on, and it looks like the Galactic... No, the Silver Dollars! The Silver Dollars are eliminated in 9th here, and that is our second-place team. Gone. The front runner in the mid-pack of this, in the mid-stretch of this season, Glitter, eliminated. Can't get it done this time. And the Silver Dollars, another podium finisher from last season in the Elimination Race. I swear, with so many times we've had the event, so many teams have podiumed, but only a few of them still remain. Golden Lynxes, the Frozen Felines, they were on the Season 4 podium. The Valiant Vanillas, they were on the Season 3 podium. And it's the Felines and Lynxes, 2 more cat teams duking at the back. Can Red Eye pit maneuver another one? They can pit maneuver the Golden Lynxes, but they get by the Valiant Vanillas. And that is the end of the road, a rather rocky road, if you will, for the ice cream team. And Frost is done. It is a top half finish, but they are starting... They're not going to gain points, they're going to lose them on the Marvelous Mints here. With 152 coming in, so they're at least 161 coming out of this. The Marvelous Mints looking to pile it on. They're in the back right now. Can they get by a couple of teams? It's them! It's the Galactic Empire! Who gets to the line first? Galactic does! And that's the end of the road for the championship leaders. It is 9 solid points, but a few of these teams will be able to catch them. Look at this. The Galactic Empire channeling their last strength effort there, using perhaps a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. 6, not 66, teams to go here. Double-digit points on offer. It's the Felines again in the back, but we've seen them come back a few times. This time they get by the Blue Moons, who are stuck. They're Blue Moons trying to get dislodged, but they will find themselves caught in a crater and incapable of moving forwards in the elimination race. Another double-digit points finish, though. When, with how their season started, Eclipse will certainly take it. 10 points to Gryffindor. The Blue Moons. And that'll do it there. Final 5 now, and it's a familiar set of faces. Galactic, the Thunder Gods, the Lynxes, the Greenies, and the Frozen Felines. And it's the Galactic Empire in the lead, stretching this one. It's the battle for second right now, and who's going to get it? Everybody crosses the line, but it is Shrub and the Greenies, our hosts, who will go no further. But that is a good showing in a second half event for the Greenies, who are really putting it together in the second half. Kind of a flipping of the narrative that we've seen from them over the seasons, where they just can't get a good second half going. But Shrub will take 11 points. Now, 4 remaining competitors
3 of them will get a medal. 2 of them already have in this event. And it's the Galactic Empire and Frozen Felines fighting for last place. And it's the Felines in last who get by Galactic at the end. They flounder about and they get caught up in the corner. And the Felines have come back again. Red Eye gets it done for another medal. And that's where Starry just couldn't get through. And will take just short of the podium as the Felines, Lynxes, and Thunder Gods will make up the top 3 in this event. Lynxes and Red Eye were in 2nd and 3rd respectively in Season 4. This time it's the Lynxes in the back. Red Eye in 2nd. Can the Lynxes put down the pass? It's a block, and the Felines to the final, trailing the Thunder Gods Reserve, who dominated this round and has been a front runner in this event. This is going to be their first individual medal as Lion comes through in 3rd. Congratulations to the Golden Lynxes, whose chase for that initial gold still eludes them. But now, we've got 2 remaining competitors, the Thunder Gods and the Frozen Felines. Thunderbird and Red Eye fighting for the gold here in event number 13. The Felines have a gold this season, the Thunder Gods don't. Can Thunderbird finally get it done? To the close side, it is Thunderbird in the lead. Red Eye is stuck! And Thunderbird has soared high above their feline counterparts to take home the gold medal here in the elimination race. A little bit of an anticlimactic finale. The Frozen Felines finally falter. But congratulations, the Thunder Gods. That's their first gold medal in a long time. And they stand atop the podium over 2 cat teams, striking down Thunder from the top step. Congratulations to them. That was an exhilarating end. Again, the finale a little lopsided, but the Thunder Gods will not complain. They'll take a stress-free victory. And their 2nd podium of the season. Red Eye, that's their 2nd, or 3rd, my bad. 3rd medal just for them. And Lion for the Golden Lynxes with their 1st of the season. Congratulations to them in the familiar bronze medal position for, I'm not going to say the Bronze Tigers, the Bronze Lynxes maybe. And in the overall standing, the Marvelous Mints are still commanding the lead. They are a silver medal clear of the Silver Dollars and the Valiant Vanillas and the Frozen Felines. And the Thunder Gods are dropped 6 spots into 5th over the Greenies 6th. And they know their destiny. Dread it, run from it, 6th arrives all the same. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time at the B-League. I'm the Emperor. Three events to go in the Marble Sports Game Season 6, and once again, for the 3rd season in a row, Team Tower Descent is the 14th event on the calendar. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The fan favorite is back for its 3rd edition, 4th if you got Marble Invites Season 2, and this event could not come at a better time for the Marvelous Mints, our championship leaders, who podiumed in this event last season. Unfortunately, they were not able to hold on to it after that. They're looking to perhaps get it done this time, though. A different story, 17 clear of the Silver Dollars, the Valiant Vanillas, and then a few more back to the Frozen Felines. The Thunder Gods jumped 6 following Thunderbird's gold medal in the elimination race last event. And now you can see the heats broken up randomly here before you. And we're going to get it underway momentarily. For those of you unfamiliar with how the scoring works, with the Thunder Gods, Moonlight Titans, Silver Dollars, and the Frozen Felines, 3 of our top 5 in this heat. Crazy work by the randomizer. But for those of you unfamiliar with how this event works, basically you are scored based on where you finish, not by time, but by position. The first marble to finish gets 1 point. The last marble to finish gets 16 points. And all the team scores are added up at the end. And the 2 teams with the most points
will advance in a heat-style format. So right now, it's the Silver Dollars, our second-place team, with 2 of the bottom 4 right now. That's never a good sign, especially when it's 3 of the bottom 5 now. The Silver Dollars in perilous positions here, and they're going to drop the first 2, and I do not think there is any chance that they will be advancing. Moonlight Titans still have a few going strong. The Thunder Gods have all 4 in that final funnel. They're down to 3, they're down to 2, and they might be down to 1. Oh dear! The Thunder Gods might not get the most diverse spread of results here. It is the Frozen Felines Yellow Eye who is leading. Nope, not leading the Moonlight Titans. Never mind. They will take the win pending a collision here with the Frozen Felines. And I think this is going to be an interesting score. The Moonlight Titans won this event back in Season 4 in its inaugural edition over the Valiant Vanillas and the Stingers. And last year, of course, the Berry Brilliants won it over the Rainbows and Marvelous Mints. Berry Brilliants, funnel tournament champions. They got second in the duo funnels 2 events ago. Have to see if they can perform up to their standards in this. We'll have to see what are the scores going to be. I know the Silver Dollars, hard-pressed to find them advancing in any stretch of the imagination here, but between the other 3 teams, I'd venture that it's going to be the Moonlight Titans with a couple good results, and if the Frozen Felines were able to counteract that Thunder Gods Palooza, and it looks like they will, with 3 runners ahead of the 3 Thunder Gods, and they're actually going to win over the Moonlight Titans, who tied the Thunder Gods, but because their highest scoring marble won the round, the Moonlight Titans advance on the tiebreaker, and the Thunder Gods are gone. In this heat now, the Valiant Vanillas 2 wide in the entry funnel is a superb strategy. Nobody's been able to execute that. What a job by the Valiant Vanillas there, and they're competing against the Berry Brilliants, the Golden Lynxes, and the Marvelous Mints. It's going to take a lot of effort to overcome the Berry Brilliants. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the Valiant Vanillas. Is it the Valiant Vanillas? Yeah, I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. I got confused for a second with the rainbows. Didn't fully see the heat graphic, but we're keeping it professional up here as the Golden Lynxes are the first 2 down, and there the Berry Brilliants lose 1, the Marvelous Mints lose 1, there go the Brilliants and Mints again. In fact, the Valiant Vanillas are running away with this one, as the Berry Brilliants and Marvelous Mints are trading back and forth, point by point. Golden Lynxes had 2 finished, they had 3, this is their last one. The Berry Brilliants and Marvelous Mints are going to be competing for that transfer spot shortly, as the Valiant Vanillas should steamroll their competition here in Team Tower Descent. Oh my goodness. 3 of the top 4, what a showing from the Season 4 runner-ups in this event, which led them en route to their back-to-back championships. They're going to be advancing. The Marvelous Mints, this could be a huge opportunity for the Vanillas if the Mints go down. Again, it's a 17-point difference, and every point counts with 3 to go. The Vanillas are no strangers to the situation. They were 25 down on the Greenies in Season 4 when they came back after Event 13. Speaking of our hosts, we'll have to see what they can do in a later heat. Will we get the scores here? The Berry Brilliants, Marvelous Mints, that's going to be the interesting one. I do think the Golden Lynxes got last. The Valiant Vanillas should run away with it. It is going to be that transfer position. The Berry Brilliants lower down the standings, obviously, and they're going to finish 3rd, 8th, 12th, and 14th. The Marvelous Mints have nothing higher than 7th. Berry Brilliants only score 51. The Valiant Vanillas set a Marble Sports Games record with 55, and they're moving on with the Berry Brilliants. Heat number 3 now. Look at that, I got to read it this time. The Rainbows, Galactic Empire, the Purple Rockets, and the Balls of Fire. None of these teams particularly high up the standings. The Rainbows and Galactic Empire have had their moments. Rainbows with double golds, actually. Galactic, none. Purple Rockets, well down in last. And the Balls of Fire, I believe, in 9th? They sit in the mid-pack with their medal from Event 7 curling. And they're duking it out the top right now with the Galactic Empire. Got a couple still strong up there, as down below the Purple Rockets and Rainbows have 2 apiece. And it's a little bit easier to tell who advances when there's such a separation of 2 by 2 here, as we've seen with the Purple Rockets dropping the first 2 in, followed by the Rainbows. And the Balls of Fire sneak 1 in there in 4th, but the Rainbows drop another one before Galactic can lose any. We've got half our field left now. Balls of Fire, the only team with 3. In fact, they've got 3 of the top 5. And that's going to bode very well for them. Fire Blast and Fire Star, back and forth. Fire Blast, the one still standing, will take 14 points home. The Purple Rockets will take a 15. Will it be enough to balance out the bottom 2? Probably not, but we'll have to see the final tallies as the Galactic Empire comes shaking on through. And that will do it for heat number 3. Nobody really took that strategy. The Valiant Vanillas, I don't know how they were able to execute that last round. That was absolutely brilliant. Basically buying themselves a full funnel advantage over everybody else, because nobody could navigate the entry chute to perfection. And you saw the Very Brilliants only scored 31 but advanced, where the Thunder Gods scored 37 and did not. And that's just the tough luck of the draw sometimes. As in this heat, it looks like the Galactic Empire and the Balls of Fire, both of them topping 40 points, will be advancing. Now, for heat number 4, the Blue Moons, the Bronze Tigers, Team Eagle, and the Greenies, our hosts. The Greenies have been resurgent of late in the second half, and look at this. We do get a little bit of that strategy the Valiant Vanillas executed, but it's by multiple teams. Nobody gets 2 going. Blue Moons hold the front runner. Blue Moons, of course, 1 duo funnels. Their season starting to get back on track. It might be too little too late for the championship, but they will take a respectable end to it to ensure that their title defense is not as paltry as it could have been. Team Eagle's the first one in the final funnel right now. In fact, they've got 2. Nobody else has any. The Greenies with the trifecta up top. That's huge for them. The Greenies' best result in this event is 16th! They've never finished above last! So this would be huge for them if they could win a medal, maybe? It looks like they're going to get not last no matter what, with Team Eagle floundering around. They're about to lose their final marble already. The Bronze Tigers say, we'll help you out for a little bit. Well, that's all they can muster. Team Eagle for sure not advancing. It's going to be between the Bronze Tigers, the Blue Moons, and the Greenies here. And based on the position of the Greenies, they could be really holding it right now. And that would be huge. The hosts, notorious second half collapsers, have been on a tear of late and would love to get maybe another medal, at the very least a top half finish here in the Team Tower descent. 1 apiece so far for the Greenies. Gold in speed skating, silver in duo funnels, so maybe they're starting to turn the corner in the funnels that they couldn't muster a couple seasons in a row. 3 of the top 5, the Bronze Tigers, look to be ahead of the Blue Moons on all but their final marble, and that's by 1 point, and they will advance. It's the Greenies with 48, a good showing. It's not the Valiant Vanillas 55, but they'll take it. The Thunder Gods 37, look at that! Leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else who was eliminated, but alas, that's the luck of the draw. Frozen Felines, Berry Brilliance, Bronze Tigers, Balls of Fire, lots of Bs to go around in here, but no Stingers. They sit in the B League, and sure, these puns are less than sweet as honey for them, sitting out of the A-League for the first time in franchise history, but we'll watch on as the Frozen Felines struggle in this one. Cyanide, Red Eye, and Yellow Eye well down the order. The Berry Brilliance and Balls of Fire and the Bronze Tigers are competing right now for what it looked like the top 2 spots. Everyone else dropped 1 in. The Brilliance actually have dropped 2 into that final funnel. As the Bronze Tigers and Felines, the 2 cat rivals, have dropped 1 apiece. Balls of Fire loses 1. Very Brilliants are recovering in this final funnel. In fact, they haven't lost anybody yet. They're about to, but they recovered nicely in that final funnel. Up top, to the surprise of absolutely nobody, it's Barry, who has found themselves with essentially a full funnel lead in a 16 marble field. And the work that this marble does, it's just unbelievable at this point. But since this is a team event, will it be enough for the Barry Brilliants to advance? They salvaged a little bit in that final funnel, pushing the Balls of Fire and Bronze Tigers farther down. I'd have to imagine it will be enough. We'll have to see how timing and scoring shapes it out as Barry finally comes through. It's going to be a fun one here, though. Barry Brilliants did win this event last season. It's one of their, I believe, 5 medals with a quartet of bronzes. Interestingly enough, despite all of their success in the funnel tournament and in the Marble Sports Games, Barry has never won an individual or duo gold medal yet. In the A-League. The B-League, they've got a couple. How can we forget their introduction to the funnel world back in Season 4? Well, the Season 3 they participated beforehand. But based on this, it looks like the Barry Brilliants will be advancing, and I think Balls of Fire has done enough for second. In fact, they have, well clear of the Bronze Tigers and the Frozen Felines, and the 2 cat teams bow out here. So with the Frozen Felines out, the Valiant Vanillas have a huge chance to capitalize in the group of death here. Oh my gosh! We've got 3 of the best teams in Marble Sports Games history here. The Greenies, the Valiant Vanillas, the Galactic Empire, and the Moonlight Titans, who have won this event before and finished just off the podium in Season 4. In fact, this is the top 4 from Season 4. Vanillas first, Greenies second, Galactic third, Moonlight Titans fourth. What a coincidence that is here. And this looks like a pretty even distribution so far. Maybe a couple Titans up top. Down below, Galactic and Greenies have 2 apiece in the final funnel. Galactic has 3 now, so the Empire might be in a little bit of danger in comparison to the rest of the field. Now the Valiant Vanillas have 3. The Moonlight Titans are starting to pull away from everybody up top. Down below, the Valiant Vanillas, everybody in that final funnel or below. They set the record, or at least tied it in the opening rounds, and now they're going to be the first team to finish. The Greenies are done. The Moonlight Titans, 3 of the top 5 is phenomenal. That should do it for them. And it's going to be really interesting. I don't really have a gauge on who's taking the second spot in this one. The Greenies are going to look like they're going to get the round 16 points for the top finisher there. Galactic falls through. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to venture and say the Moonlight Titans got a spot with 3 of the top 5 from 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I don't know if I didn't see where the Greenies' other marbles were. I think it's probably between them and the Vanillas. But we will have to see those 2 rivals. 3rd and 6th in the overall standings. Imagine the implications now with the Marvelous Mints going out in the heats. They can really start to close that gap down. The Vanillas were 17 down in the entrance to this event, and the Frozen Felines just went down as well. The Silver Dollars bowed out in the heats. The Greenies got 1st, 6th, surprise, 12th, and 15th. Vanillas got 7th, 8th, 9th, and I can find the last one, but it's 1 point short! Oh my gosh, the Greenies advance! Vanillas will take 5th, Tigers 6th, Galactic 7th, Frozen Felines 8th, but the Greenies are going to the final here with the Barry Brilliants, Balls of Fire, and the Moonlight Titans. What a showing! They've never finished above 16th in this event, and now they've got a chance to not only compete for the gold, but to etch themselves back into the title fight. Balls of Fire, Barry Brilliants, Moonlight Titans, all the teams in the mid-pack who would love to get right behind the Greenies in the standings. They would love to etch their way up in the order as well. This championship could maybe start to get blown wide open. Of course, the Marvelous Mints do have a comfortable lead, so they're not going to be passed by all these teams. In fact, probably not by any of them. But it is going to make the last couple events really interesting. Down below, everybody circling the final funnel. The Barry Brilliants lose one, followed by the Moonlight Titans, then the Greenies. The Balls of Fire next. Yep, how balanced. Here come the Titans. Here come Balls of Fire. There go the Greenies. The Balls of Fire again. So the Berry Brilliants have 3 of the top 8. They're the only team with that distinction. The Greenies lose another. I think the Berry Brilliants are running away with it, which would not be that surprising. Yes, they are. They had another funnel, another marble in the tank in reserve. One above. The Berry Brilliants cannot understate their dominance in the funnels. Should win gold here in the Team Tower Descent. And that would be their 2nd of the season. Of course, every other team here already has a gold as well. Balls of Fire from curling the Moonlight Titans back when the maze was set up. And the Greeny Tower. And the Berry Brilliants likewise. This was a thrilling event. It's always interesting to see it break down. You never know when you're going to see performances like the Vanillas, the 55 burger they dropped in the opening round, along with the Thunder Gods just on the verge of elimination with a 37. It's different from round to round. The Berry Brilliants got 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 16th. The Greenies got 2nd, 6th, 10th, and 14th. I don't think that's going to be enough to top them. 43, the Berry Brilliants' winning score. The Greenies will take 2nd, and the Balls of Fire find themselves on the podium in 3rd. One of the more balanced runs we saw at the end there. 43, the Berry Brilliants' winning score, one of the better scores of the day. Valiant Vanilla's 55 was the best, but perhaps that energy was well exerted, and that's why they couldn't make it out of the semifinals. Congratulations to the Berry Brilliants, to our hosts, the Greenies, and to the Balls of Fire on their well-earned podiums. In the overall standings, the lead's down to 10. The Marvelous Mints holding over the Valiant Vanillas and the Felines. Silver Dollars drop 2. The Greenies are up to 5th. The Berry Brilliants jump 3 into 7th. 11 teams still in the fight. The Tigers can still podium. And from 13th on down, it's game over for them. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time at the Triathlon. Only 2 events have ever appeared on every calendar of the Marble Sports Games: the Obstacle Maze and the Triathlon. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor as I welcome you all back to one of the best events on the calendar year in and year out. This time, it is freezing. Oh my gosh. What a chilly event we have out here. A blizzard has hit the Greeny Stadium, and it is freezing out here for the Triathlon that we have set up before you today. It is going to feature 3 sections. We've got the track, the maze, and last but not least, come sail away with me into the frigid waters. The Marvelous Mints lead the way by 10 over the Valiant Vanillas and the Frozen Felines. Silver Dollars, Greenies, Thunder Gods, Berry Brilliants, and the Galactic Empire rounding out the top half. And really, a lot of teams are still in contention. The Marvelous Mints, though, they won this event last season. So they're going to look to stamp out any resistance they can early and fast. Our first heat getting set up in the blocks here. We've got the Frozen Felines up top, and the Golden Lynxes, Valiant Vanillas, and Team Eagle on the near side. A couple podiums in here. Of course, the Valiant Vanillas went back-to-back podiums in Season 2 and 3, the latter of which clinched them the championship. And they're in second now behind Team Eagle. Frozen Felines get a nudge from behind. And the Frozen Felines will advance with the Valiant Vanillas because Team Eagle took the day off. What is this, the Eagles offense? Kevin Petullo draw that one up? Good gosh, what a terrible display from Falcon in the water section. The Valiant Vanillas, though, holding strong. And Frozen Felines, Cyanide advancing. Jaguar of the Golden Lynxes cannot get it done, and will set a time of 11:10. So that's 2nd and 3rd place in the championship who are advancing. Mint sees this. They're going to need to advance, basically, at this rate. Greenies, Bronze Tigers, and Berry Brilliants will look to deny them. All of those teams still hoping for their possible chance. The Greenies sitting up in the order, our hosts, are in 2nd behind the Bronze Tigers, and the Marvelous Mints go down! Oh no!
Mint cannot repeat the magic of last season's triathlon. And our championship leader has gone out in the heats, with the second and third place teams fighting for at least 8 points, if not more. And this is monumental for the championship. The Marvelous Mint's a little stunned by that. 10:68, though, does best Jaguars time from last round, so they're already guaranteed at least 2 points up. So it could be worse. We'll have to see what happens. Thunder Gods, Moonlight Titans, Blue Moons, Silver Dollars. The Silver Dollars were competing with the Marvelous Mints. They're a few spots down now. Are they going to be able to claw it back? They've podiumed twice in this event as well, and in fact, they're well clear of everybody to advance. The Blue Moons take the transfer spot, finishing second in the triathlon last season. So they'll be the highest remaining competitor from last season in this one since the Mints went down. Look at this move to get into the water, though, from the Blue Moons. The Thunder Gods and Moonlight Titans will go no farther. Thunder Gods, Pollux, has podiumed in this before. It's been a while, though. It's been a while. The White Dragons are on that podium with them. Back in the mid-season madness. Rainbows, Galactic Empire, the Balls of Fire, and the Purple Rockets now in our final heat. And Galactic is the slowest one through. They have podiumed in this back in Season 1. It's Cyrus competing this time, looking for the transfer spot. Purple Rockets come to challenge them. And the Balls of Fire also too short on the bottom. It will be the Rainbows and Galactic Empire, 2 podium finishers from Season 1 in the triathlon, will advance. Rainbows, I believe, also podiumed back in the reunion, which that one was won by True Blue, but they took second. And they will be advancing with the Season 1 champions to the semifinals. Yellow, Green, and Cyrus get it done. And both times from Fireball and the Purple Rockets come in below the Marvelous Mints, who, despite getting last place in their heat, will still take 6 points. It could be worse, but you're going to want to see them fall down here. Frozen Felines, Valiant Vanillas, Silver Dollars, Galactic Empire, 4 champions in the mix, plus the Frozen Felines. Galactic takes a bound off of their rival, the Silver Dollars, who are the first ones they crisscross into the water. Frozen Felines up top, and they're going to advance with the Galactic Empire. Oh, what an event there. What a semifinal. The Frozen Felines doing everything in their power. Look at Galactic got bounded backwards there. They claw it back, take the lead, pie the Frozen Felines, bump off of their arch rivals, the Silver Dollars. That propels them to the finals, and it propels the Silver Dollars into the wall. And that has got to be reminiscent of Season 1, where the Silver Dollars were disqualified. Now the karma has come back to bite them here in the triathlon, and the Frozen Felines looking to capitalize. The Valiant Vanillas going down means they will probably pass them, and this is spicy now. Greenies, Bronze Tigers, Blue Moons, and the Rainbows, 2 teams looking to join the Felines and Galactic Empire in the finals. And right now it's the Bronze Tigers and the Greenies leading the way. The Rainbows come out of nowhere, first into the water, and they fall to third. It's the Bronze Tigers who have won the semifinal and will advance with the Blue Moons. I know we ragged on them a little bit earlier in the season for that very slow start they've had, but the Blue Moons have started to turn it on here down the home stretch. It's too late for the championship, but it's not too late for their pride. They're advancing with the Bronze Tigers. Look at them spinning to the finish line there. And the Rainbows and Greenies go no further in the triathlon, but both will finish. That means they will be above Silver Dollars. Times of 12:92 and 13:27. The track's slowing down a bit, perhaps. Or maybe it's just our competitors not being able to adapt to the cold. Vanillas take 5th. Rainbow 6th, Greeny 7th, Silver Dollars 8th, as we head to the final. This is getting interesting. The Frozen Felines with the team to capitalize on the absence of the Marvelous Mints, and the Galactic Empire, Blue Moons, and Bronze Tigers will look to deny them. Who will win the penultimate gold medal of the season? It's the Bronze Tigers out in the front. They push their rivals backwards. The Frozen Felines are in last. It's the Bronze Tigers to the line. Blue Moons for the silver, Galactic Empire with the bronze. But once more, the Bronze Tigers have claimed gold in the Marble Sports Games. A feat that once seemed impossible is becoming a yearly tradition. The Bronze Tigers have more golds than their golden feline counterparts. And I'm sure they'd love to stick it to their rivals who couldn't finish on the podium in the finale here. What a job by the Bronze Tigers. I know their coach is going ballistic, ecstatic right now. And Crater, the Blue Moon's reserve, with their second medal in the Marble Sports Games since being promoted to the squad last year. And Cyrus from the Galactic Empire with their first. Plus the reunion where they won the 10-meter sprint means every member of one of the most talented teams now has a medal. Congratulations, though, to the Bronze Tigers. Tigris with an 881 to ice it. The Bronze Tigers win gold, their first of the season. The Blue Moons with their third medal. And the Galactic Empire find themselves on the podium for the first time in 10 events. And the overall standings, the Marvelous Mints miraculously hold on to the lead. But the jig is up, the news is out for 11 of our teams from the Very Brilliants on down. They cannot win. It's down to the Mints, Vanillas, Frozen Felines, Silver Dollars, and the Greenies to win it all here in Marble Sports Games Season 6. Very Brilliants and Thunder Gods still have a podium shot as they switch positions right there. But this is getting tense. This is when it all comes down to. We've got one event left before that, the B-League finale. After a marathon of a season, it is only fitting that our final trial to decide it all is the aptly named marathon event, one that has crowned champions before and broken the hopes and dreams of others. 5 teams will look to answer the call today on this track that lays before you, hoping to etch their names into Marble Sports Games history. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. You can see the standings. They're up before you. Marvelous Mints down to the Greenies. The gap is 20. Those 5 teams can still win. And no, I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got a very special guest here on the call. Mr. Ramen Powder is here to join us for the finale.
Hello everyone, I am delighted to be here for what promises to be an absolute barnstormer of a finale, one of the closest seasons of Marble Sports Games, and we're already off in the first heat in the marathon. There will be 5 rounds of racing where the marbles will get points in each of the rounds. The top 4 from each heat of 8 will advance on to the final. Final will have 5 rounds as well, where after 5 rounds we will have a winner. And in this first round, I see the Golden Lynx's Team Eagle in that top 2. Of course, we have a bunch of contenders here in this first one, so where did they all shake out?
Very interesting off the bat. Team Eagle, one of the teams that actually has good marathon experience. They've won this event twice. Hawk won it back in the Season 1 B-League, and the reserve member Raven won it just a season ago in the Season 5 B-League.
But our two championship contenders in this heat, the Greenies and the Frozen Felines. The Greenies sit in third. That is Fern running for the team. And Yellow Eye of the Frozen Felines sits currently in dead last. As Raman mentioned, this is going to be a 5-heat round with 2 heats. The other remaining competitors will compete after this group goes. And the top 4 of each heat move on directly to the finals, where there will be another 5-stretch heat. And again, the Frozen Felines, not good, back in the order, but the Greenies putting the work in up front. It is a long shot for them to win. They sit 20 points behind the championship-leading Marvelous Mints. But they've got a shot.
Yeah, for sure. They're doing what needs to be done so far. Fern, they need to win, and they need the Marvelous Mints to have an absolute disaster, but so far they are in a position to advance onto the final. Unlike Yellow Eye with the Frozen Felines, they also need to advance. They are 10 points behind our championship leaders, and right now they sit with only 3 points after 2 rounds. Still 60% of this heat to go, but they really need to pick up here in this 3rd round, and now they're off to a good start, but everyone's very close here, packed into the gravel tracks. Yellow Eye, will they be able to get the win? Yes, they will. Yellow Eye get the full points here from this 3rd round. They absolutely need that in front of the Galactic Empire and the Purple Rockets here, but they still have more work to do to get in that top 4, I'm sure.
Every point does matter. They're, like you said, they want to put that work in now. They've got 2 rounds to go here in this heat. And Yellow Eye gets the 8 points above Cosmo, 7, Sulfur, 6 with the Purple Rockets. Both of those teams, the only other ones who have medaled twice in this event, as Cosmo of the Galactic Empire takes the lead from the Greenies on a position count back. Yellow Eye is able to claw 1 spot up, but now, importantly, only sits 2 points adrift of the transfer spot. Remember, the top 4 move on. With the Frozen Felines looking to claw back some more. The Greenies looking to maintain their 2nd place spot. The Golden Lynxes are not going to finish this time. And the Frozen Felines will win the round. The Greenies will get another top half finish. This is looking pretty good for the Greenies, our hosts, who have had an absolutely phenomenal 2nd half. I don't believe they finished in the bottom half once. And so they're looking to continue that streak and keep their championship aspirations alive here.
Yeah, it's looking really good now for our 2 championship contenders here. The Greenies haven't missed a beat in the marathon so far, and Yellow Eye's really clawing it back. Another full 8 points here. That should put them in the transfer position as the Thunder Gods. One of the podium contenders, not going so well for them. And for Barry, for the Barry Brilliants, both of those teams need to win the event to have any chance of passing the Frozen Felines. As it stands, neither would advance, and Yellow Eye is in that transfer position. Critically, our 2 championship contenders are moving on as it stands. As we head to the final round of this first heat, things could definitely still go in for a whirlwind here as the 2 championship contenders are in front. Yellow Eye will get the full 8 points once again. That will mean they are definitely going to move on to the final. Same with the Greenies. Our top 2 here in this final heat are the 2 teams higher up in the standings and can still win the championship. So both of them are going to go on to the final. Now the ball is in the other marbles court in the other heat to see what they can do.
Absolutely. This is incredible. This is, like you said earlier, this is one of the closest seasons we've ever had in the Marvel Sports Games. And now the Felines, they've gotten themselves through. The Greenies have gotten themselves through as well. And I believe we'll have to see who get the other 2. Team Eagle was up there. They're in 3rd. I think they will take the other spot. Did the Galactic Empire hold on for, I would guess, the transfer position? Let's see what we've got here. Greenies will win the round 29 to Hawks 28, Yellow Eye 27, and Cosmo of the Galactic Empire, the 2-time marathon champion, will also be advancing, knocking out the Purple Rockets and co. But now our 2nd heat with the other 3 championship contenders, along with the Blue Moons, the Rainbows, the Bronze Tigers, the Balls of Fire, and the Moonlight Titans. Our 3 contenders, the Silver Dollars, the Valiant Vanillas, and of course our championship leaders, the Marvelous Mints. If the Mints get any semblance of solid points here, they can eliminate the Greenies, and I believe the Silver Dollars outright. But they're in 7th right now. But again, that's where Yellow Eye started last round. So there is time, for sure, for the Marvelous Mints to pick it up here.
Yeah, the Mints, every other team in contention except the Valiant Vanillas needed to advance to have any chance of beating the Mints. Of course, the Mints, if they advance and get a lot of points, they would knock out a lot of teams as well. But so far, Spearmint, the captain, not doing so well. Of course, it's only the first round, and we saw the 3 wins in a row to end it from Yellow Eye in the first heat. So any great run by Spearmint could dash the hopes of a lot of teams here. But we'll see how they take to it in the second round. Can they recover from that poor round? Oh, did they go off on the back there? I think that's going to be a DNF for Spearmint here. And now the other teams have a chance here to extend that gap. Valiant Vanillas, they're still running. They're going to be towards the back of the field here among these that finish. They'll get 4th place actually, so that's going to be a respectable 5 points. The Rainbows ahead of them and the Blue Moons there. But the Vanillas should be in a good position here. Mints and Silver Dollars also not finishing. Not so much for them.
Yeah, it's a DNF bonanza over here in round number 2. We lost 3 competitors, 2 championship contenders to the opening funnel. And that's not what you want to cook. This Marvelous Mints are precariously following the recipe that the Frozen Felines laid out before them, getting 3 points in 2 rounds. And it worked for the Frozen Felines because they won the next 3. Can Spearmint pull that same run out? And the Silver Dollars and Valiant Vanillas also currently not advancing. So the door is wide open, at least for the Greenies and Frozen Felines, if not for even more, depending on if these teams can claw back. And the first, they come through in a slew in this round. The Rainbows will win the round over the Moonlight Titans. Spearmint does take 6 solid points in 3rd place, which is definitely what they're going to need more of if they want to win this championship.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a long shot for our championship leaders to move on here, but this is a start here in round 3. They have gotten a decent finish here, and the Vanillas and the Silver Dollars in the bottom 3. Those 2 teams also weren't in the transfer positions heading into this round, and they're not going to get into that after this one. Now, they're in the bottom 3 here, the Silver Dollars, Marvelous Mints, and the Valiant Vanillas. The Silver Dollars, the closest to advancement, only 2 points off the cutoff. But anything can happen here in these final 2 rounds. The Mints aren't in a great position, but neither are the other 2 contenders. The Mints now in second and now first here, but everyone's going to join them into the funnels, and they're going to get pushed down to 3rd place, but that's still a very respectable finish for the Mints. And the Vanillas and the Silver Dollars still behind the Mints here in this 4th round.
Things are closing quickly for the Valiant Vanillas and the Silver Dollars. Again, the Vanillas were the only ones who did not need to advance if the Mints went out here. But if they're behind the Mints, it doesn't matter. It's over. They can't pass them in the heats here. So the Marvelous Mints trying to claw that back. The Silver Dollars and Valiant Vanillas, time's running out. And down in the back, it looks reminiscent of Season 2. It's the Bronze Tigers and the Balls of Fire duking it out for the end of this round. And the Spearmint is up to 5th. They are a point behind 2 teams, both the Balls of Fire and the Blue Moons. This is neck and neck. There was just 4 points that separate the bottom 6. And this is for all the marbles for a lot of these teams. The Mints, the last one out of the opening funnel. They're going to need to make up a lot of ground. And they're going to gain on a few teams. They're in the final funnel, but they're not going to finish in the top half. I do not believe the Marvelous Mints are going to be advancing. They're ahead of the Silver Dollars. They're done for sure. The Silver Dollars title runs will not live to see another round. But can the Marvelous Mints advance? It depends on who's ahead of them. This is really close. I don't know.
We're gonna have to wait for the graphic to see it. The Valiant Vanillas got 6 points here, but they were last place heading into this. I don't think it's gonna be enough for them. The Mints, 4 points. Will that be enough? It all depends on how the point shakeout is gonna come down to. A point or even tiebreakers here. The Silver Dollars last place, I think they're done for sure. Will not be a first Marble Sports Games proper title for them. And the Vanillas are also. Mints are out. Vanillas are out. Valiant Vanillas are done. It will not be a 3rd title for them. The Mints just off. They're going to be decent in the bottom half. They will get 10th place. That will knock out the Greenies because the Mints need to do really poorly for the Greenies to still have a chance to win. So now it's all down to the Frozen Felines, who still need to get at least a silver to beat the Marvelous Mints to this championship.
Marvelous Mints, they are so much closer than they have ever known. Will the Felines wake up
shining bright like a diamond as we head to the midnight hour of this competition, the final. The Galactic Empire, the Bronze Tigers, the Balls of Fire, Team Eagle, Rainbows, Greenies, Moonlight Titans, and the Frozen Felines. They now control their own destiny. If they get one of the top 2 positions as Yellow Eye goes barreling into the finals, but gets pinballed around, they will still finish 4th. They went shooting on into that finals on a mission. They know what they have to do, but do they have the strength to do it? This is where you make the big bucks. They need a top 2 finish. The Mints can only watch in desperation now as they are looking to maintain this lead. They've had this lead for, I believe, 5 consecutive events. And now the Frozen Felines, who haven't led all season, are the only team that can deny them.
Yeah, the Mints have led this championship for longer than anyone else. Galactic Empire in a position to get their 3rd victory of the marathon. But the Frozen Felines are just 2 spots off right now of the elusive silver medal and that elusive Marble Sports Games Season 6 championship. As it stands, they would be off by just 4 points on the Mints, and the Greenies, as it stands, would also fall off the podium entirely. But we'll see how the other teams do here. The Greenies really want that podium here in their home stadium, but they get shuffled a bit back to 3rd place here in the orange funnels. Those orange funnels are really chaotic, especially when many marbles are coming into it at the same time. Can really change all kinds of positions here, as the Bronze Tigers will get the win in this second round. The Bronze Tigers, I'm sure, would love to throw a wrench in their rivals, the Frozen Felines' hopes. And as it stands, they are going to get the full 8 points from this round. We'll see where that puts them.
You gotta think the Tigers coming off good momentum too, with Tigris winning the last event, the triathlon. And Tigger gets the 8 points here above the Captain Fireball of the Balls of Fire. The Greenies, then the Galactic Empire. Yellow Eye slipping down in this round, and the Frozen Felines championship aspirations may be slipping away. In fact, they've fallen down to 3rd. The Greenies up into 2nd in the event, up into 2nd on the overall podium. And that would be by far the best performance of any host in Marble Sports Games history. And also, how sweet would it be for them to stick it to their rivals and knock the Valiant Vanillas off the podium? Yellow Eye this time is going to finish 2nd, and that is a huge redemption run, just behind the Marathon Wizard Cosmo of the Galactic Empire, but just ahead of the Greenies. And now the Greenies could not only thwart the Vanilla side, but could thwart the Frozen Felines' title aspirations if they stay ahead of them. Remember, the Felines need to get 2nd or 1st. And right now, that's not happening, with the Greenies and the Galactic Empire, the 2 front runners in this event.
Yeah, but we saw the standings were really close coming into this. The Felines were in 6th, but they were only a few points behind those top teams. So 2nd place is going to help for them, even if the Galactic Empire and the Greens are going to be ahead after this round. But just 2 more rounds to go in the final of the marathon here, and in the season as a whole. We'll see how it stands here. The Yellow Eyes just 3 points off that 2nd place. The Galactic Empire and Greenies have that top 2, but it's not a safe top 2 here. What can the Frozen Felines do heading into the final 2 rounds? The Mints can only watch and wait as the Team Eagle, I don't know what they're doing over there. But off we go here.
Oh, we've got someone off the track. It's not Yellow Eye, though. Yellow Eye behind their Frozen other rivals. They're going to finish with 6 points here behind the Moonlight Titans and Bronze Tigers. But notably, that is ahead of both the Greenies and the Galactic Empire. Oh, it's going to be close here. We got 1 round to go. Who is it who went flying? It's the Rainbows who went on a joyride off the track. Wee-woo, they're gone.
Yeah, the Greenies, they might be passed by the Frozen Felines here. I'm not sure. It'll be close. Actually, they only finished 2 points under the Frozen Felines. The Galactic Empire should hold the lead of the event so far, heading into the final, but it's going to be close for that 2nd spot. Yellow Eye is going to inch ever closer to 2nd place behind the Greenies. We'll see if anyone else can throw a whirlwind here. As it stands, they're actually down to 4th. They're down to 4th. Bronze Tigers have eclipsed them for 3rd place here, but it's just 1 point separating that top 3. It's just 2 points separating that the 2nd to 5th. Those 2nd to 5th marbles. So it's all going to come down to this final round to decide a champion here in the Marble Sports Games in Season 6.
They're going to give it their all here. Yellow Eye till the roof comes off and their bones collapse. They're behind the Galactic Empire and Team Eagle. Galactic's the first one through. They're passed by the Greenies. It's Galactic, and then it's Yellow Eye in second. Silver medal champions, the Frozen Felines, have climbed to the top of the mountain and staked their claim in Marvel Sports Games history. They crept and climbed up the standings slowly the entire season, stalking down the leaders like their prey until finally now, on the final lap of the final event of the season, did they pounce.
It's only fitting that a season as close as this would come down to the final round of the final event. The Frozen Felines had not led at any point until this very moment for Yellow Eye behind Cosmo, the king of the marathon here. They will claim the final gold of the season, but it's the Frozen Felines in second place in this final round, second place in the event, and that is enough after just getting on the podium for their first Marble Sports Games overall top 3 last season. They have done 2 spots better this time and will claim the overall title.
I'm stunned. I'm in disbelief right now. Not at the fact that the Galactic Empires won the marathon, that's happened a few times, but at the fact that finally, after 6 seasons, plus 4 funnel tournaments and the B and C leagues, we have had a lead change in the final event. The Frozen Felines get it done in the most stunning way possible. And they will sit the second step of the marathon podium, the first step overall. Thank you all so much for watching this incredible season. I hope you enjoyed this finale as much as we did. What a treat to be here on the call. Thank you, Ramen, for joining me. I'm the Emperor, and for one last time, everybody, so long.